Yo, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Empire Jeff TV. I'm your host, Empire Jeff, back with another episode coming to you on a Wednesday night in which the Los Angeles Lakers do not play tonight. I've been on a little hiatus for the Christmas holiday. I think my last video might have been Friday, not entirely sure. So sorry for the delay. I got family in town, had a lot of stuff to take care of, so really didn't line up a time where I could give a lot of attention and focus on a video. So I do apologize for that. But I'm back and happy to see you guys in the chat here. So happy to see you guys pulling up. Once again, hope you guys had a great holiday break, great Christmas holiday with your families. I know I had a great one, which I just didn't have time to do this, but I'm back now. Happy to see y'all here. And we're going to talk some Los Angeles Lakers, man, because Laker Nation they've been coming for Darvin Ham since like preseason of last season. So y'all coming for Darvin Ham is nothing. It's nothing new, but the fact that it's now the national media is now grabbing a hold of this and now running with it, which they do. You know what I mean? But they're kind of adding gasoline to the fire here, some fuel to the fire here. So figured it'd be a good time as all to tap in with Laker Nation and kind of just double down on what you guys have been saying from your guys' perspective and kind of see where you guys are at now, because I want to caution you real quick before we go down this path. I just want to caution you guys that even if the Los Angeles Lakers fire Darvin Ham tonight, even if they do, there's no one out there that's going to save this team from a head coaching perspective. There just isn't. So I want to throw that out there. I'm not here to campaign for Darvin Ham. I'm not here to say he shouldn't be fired. That's not what I'm saying. I've told you guys all from the get-go, I don't love Darvin Ham. I don't hate Darvin Ham. My thing is, and I will continue to say, no matter who is coaching this basketball team, is that the players need to be held more accountable. And I'm still sorry, guys. I don't know. This weather has gotten me not feeling so great again, but my voice is a little shaky, so I do apologize. But like I've been saying all season, Darvin Ham has his flaws. Absolutely. He has his issues. I'm not escaping him from blame. I'm just going to sit up here and say that there really isn't a solution out there for this season. There's just not. So we're going to start with that. Let me shout out everyone in the room here. We got Lakers all day. Dope. What's going on, my bro? He said, let's go, man. I know you've been wanting this for a while. Your Christmas wish list had Darvin Ham gone, D'Angelo Russell gone, Kyrie Irving here. So far, man, you're like 0 for 3 on your wish list right now. So, dude, definitely. I hope you had a good Christmas, though. But that's, man, Laker Familiar, what's going on? Salute to you as well. Thank you for pulling in. Trayvon Jones, what's good with you? Thank you for pulling up. Again, hope you guys all had a great holiday weekend. I've been talking baseball the last couple shows. Tonight, we talking Lakers. If anyone is in here that found me via my baseball videos, we'll talk baseball in a bit if you want to. We'll make this kind of like an open sport concept, but I'm going to get through this Darvin Ham stuff at the beginning of this video here and kind of get the pulse of the people here. Eric Kwan, what's going on with you? Thank you for pulling up. Appreciate you. Hey, Joe, thank you for pulling up. Appreciate you as well. Eric Kwan says, interesting. The topic of Darvin Ham is always interesting, man, because I feel like there are people so passionate about the fire Darvin Ham that they can't really see past anything else. And I want to talk about that in a minute. And again, I want to be clear. I want to be crystal clear here. I am not campaigning to save Darvin Ham's job, nor am I campaigning to fire Darvin Ham. I'm the same place I've always been. I don't love him. I don't hate him. But I'm more realistic of where we are as a basketball team. I'm more realistic of what the coaching carousel is out there right now. So I'm in the same place. But it seems like we're getting to a place where this is starting to really boil over. And I don't know if it's ever been this bad. Obviously, losing to the Celtics on Christmas is not ideal. I totally understand that. The starting lineup, I don't love. I came up with the phrase "camdo" because it rolled off the tongue well. But in the back of my mind, I know that's offensive struggle. I don't think having them start a game is ideal. Having them on the floor at the same time in stretches might not be terrible, especially if you're really trying to clamp up people with length. So I get that portion, but not a starting lineup. Not for me. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Max Anderson, what's going on? Thanks for pulling up. LeBron, Darvin Ham. Look at me. I'm the head coach now. Yeah, man. He the captain, man. He the GM. He the coach now too. The coach, huh? Man, that's crazy. Sunday, what's going on? He said, oh, man, they appreciate you. He said, man, thank you for pulling up. Like I said, hope you had a good Christmas as well. Appreciate the support as always. Visual speaking, thanks for pulling up. Ham has gotten better last couple of games as far as timeouts and not playing as small as possible. Yeah, but it seems the thing is with Darvin, it's like it's almost like you got to give to get in any trade, right? So whatever he's given the people kind of what he wants with taking more timeouts and maybe playing a little bit more size, then he's taken it away with kind of a bad starting lineup and probably situational rotations and timing. So that's kind of like I feel like because of his inexperience as being a head basketball coach in the NBA, he's struggling with finding like that perfect balance of a starting lineup, closing lineup, rotations, timeouts, and in-game management. So I think when you combine all that together, even if he gets three or four of those things right, any of those other ones, he can really botch something and it really gets the people freaking out over there. So we go touch on that. Miss Angie B, hello to you as well. Thank you for pulling up. Appreciate you as always. Hope you had a very good Christmas. We're getting closer, guys. We are getting closer to January the 15th when things will become real interesting. Now, don't get me wrong, JSJ and everyone else. Teams have already been talking. They already have frameworks. They have deals. They have things mapped out of what they could do if they decide, they're feeling froggy and decide to leave. They've got things mapped out. They know how much everyone makes. They know when they're trade eligible. They know what type of trade package to throw at the people. Now, there may still be ongoing negotiations as far as a team may have said, nah, we're good, bye. And those teams have not picked up conversations again. Or there could be simple as, okay, let's see where we both are January 15th, between January 15th and February 8th, and maybe we can figure something out, and they're going to go from there. But right now, there's really nothing Lakers can even do right now. Like that's going to make any type of sense, to be honest with you guys. I hope we get Murray. Lakers all day though. The Murray thing is an interesting one. I think it's a pipe dream. I don't think it's going to happen. Atlanta gave up 3 picks and a pick swap to get him. They've got him locked in on an extension for reasonable money. I don't necessarily think they move him unless they get blown away with the deal. I don't think like an Austin Reeves, Max Christie, a pick, and whatever filler they can throw in there. I don't think that gets a deal done for Murray because I think that the Lakers would be outbid for him. So I think if the Lakers have a shot at Murray, it'll be in the offseason when they have more picks to offer. But I do not believe, like I said, I'm not saying it's not going to happen. Things can get crazy, but I highly doubt that a Murray move ends up with him in LA as a Laker this season. I highly doubt that. Hey, Jonathan Ely, what's up with you, man? Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate the support. Hey, we got the GOAT in the building. Today was a beautiful day, man. We had Christmas, and today the GOAT, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Dan, the Lakers fan, got remonetized today. So head on over to his channel, man. A little known fact that you guys don't know. If you can't offer a super chat or a super sticker while he's live, you can go over there. You can hit the comment section and hit him with a super thanks. That heart with the thanks section right there, it's the same as a super chat, but it's in the comment section. Our boy is back, man. He's back to getting monetized. He's back where he belongs. I did my part. I donated to the channel earlier. You guys should go do the same, man. Welcome my man back to where he should be. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to the GOAT, Dan, the Laker fan, man. Proud of you, bro. Happy you got that done. Kurt Affair, what's going on, man? Happy holidays, Jeff and chatting fam. Hey, Kurt, thank you for pulling up as usual, man. Appreciate the support. Hope you had a great holiday and happy to have you back over here. Let's talk some hoop, man. Everyone shouting out Dan. That's what's up. That's what's up. Shout out to GOAT, y'all. I'm telling you, head over to the channel, man. Make sure to go support him over there. Hey, out it. What's going on? D'Lo inconsistent. Vincent injured. Reeves getting targeted on defense. Not a lot of options, to be fair. And that's what I want to touch on. That's what I really wanted to kind of break down and get through that. I don't really know what the solution is, even if you fire Darvin Ham. So with the Lakers, what we're doing here is we're sitting here looking at an unexpected flawed roster. Coming into the season, myself included, the offseason, coming into preseason and all this, I was really happy with this roster construction. I really, really was. A lot of people were. So I think the reality is we're still back in that space where we think we have this flawless roster. The way we thought in the offseason, and that just isn't the case. The pieces aren't working. They're not meshing. So if you do remove Darvin Ham from the scenario, if Darvin Ham is removed from the picture, we still have a problem with the roster. We still have a problem with our shooting. We still have a problem with our offense. Our defense is 11th overall in the league so far this season, but the last 5-6 games have been atrocious. But I'm more confident in our defense being able to figure things out than our offense. However, I will say that even if Darvin Ham gets given the boot today, the roster is not going to be fixed today, and there's no head coach coming through that door, either from our current staff or someone who's not employed right now or an assistant on another team. There's no one coming through that door that's going to make us better from a head coaching perspective that I can see right now. Obviously, there could be a curveball, something can come out of left field. It is the Lakers, you know what I mean? But I don't see it happening. So because of that, I don't think they're going to fire him this season. I've said that all along. But the public pressures have been mounting this whole time from the fan base. But now the media is starting to pick up on it, and some of the guys that are like the Laker guys are starting to leak things out there. So that's coming from the players, and we got to see, because what I've always said is that Darvin Ham has not lost the locker room, and guys still seem willing to play for him. If these reports are true, if they are true, then he is starting to lose the locker room. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what I think. It doesn't matter what any of you guys think. It just matters what the players think at that point. And if he has lost the locker room or is beginning to lose the locker room, then all bets are off. All bets are off. Because if he has lost the locker room, then the Lakers must fire him. I'm not campaigning to fire him or to keep him. I'm strictly saying if he ends up losing the locker room, or he is on the verge of losing the locker room, then the Lakers will have to fire him, because there's no coming back from that if he does. King Last, what's going on? He said no video. You talk about camera? No camera tonight. I'm not where I can be on camera, but just audio, live audio session right now. But I'll be on camera. I mean, I don't have a problem being on camera if I don't got other stuff going on, but I can't be on camera tonight, so no video tonight. Kurt says, just subscribe today. I didn't know you talked about basketball. Would you unsubscribe and resubscribe, Kurt? Come on, man. You're a veteran up in here. Mark by Smith, what's going on? What's up with you? Thank you for pulling up. Appreciate the support. Again, if you guys have not done so already, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. Definitely goes a long way to help the channel, and greatly appreciate your guys' support, man. Let's see here. Oh my God. See, this GOAT doing GOAT things here, man. Man, happy holidays. Thanks for all the support, Jeff and chat. You are amazing. Hey, thank you, Dan, man. It's your day, man. You shouldn't be donating to me over here, man. I have to turn around and donate it right back to you, bro. But no, I appreciate you, man. Mutual respect, love is love. You know what it is, man. I'm just so happy for me. You know, man, I've been hoping for this for a while with you. We've been talking about it a lot, and we knew that yesterday was the day. We knew that anytime soon this is going to happen. So legit made my day, and super happy for you guys, for you and everyone that's, all the chat and everyone who can now properly donate to your channel and properly serve your channel the way it deserves, man. So shout out to you, man. I'm proud of you for getting this all back, getting it done. They had you down but not out, and like I said, I knew you'd be back. You knew you'd be back. That's why we said we all knew it. You know what I mean? We knew it. It was just a matter of time. Like, you can't keep Dan down. So I knew that. He knew that. And I appreciate everyone who went over there and supported Dan today. Like I said, I did as well. And again, Dan, man, thank you for supporting me on your day. So greatly appreciate you, man. That's what mutual respect is, man. Like I said, guys, head on over there, get his video from earlier, hit that super thanks, and you can donate from there. So appreciate you, brother, as always, man. Let's see. Hey, have a good one on it. Thank you for pulling up. Appreciate you, man. Max Anderson says maybe if Ham wasn't too busy keeping his hands in his pockets, he could see what's going on in the game. Yeah, I feel like what I will say about Darvin Ham, I feel like he has bad in-game management for sure. I definitely would agree that is a problem. I think he's a great communicator. I think that he could be a great motivator. I think he talks to players well. I think he's a really solid players coach. I think where he has some issues, although the roster has issues, and to be fair, not everything is his fault. I think in his in-game management, his substitution patterns, obviously, and his inability to recognize a mismatch at times can be problematic. And that's something he's going to have to work on if he's going to survive as a Laker coach, and if he's potentially ever going to get another job in this league. That's where he's going to have to focus on. I like Darvin Ham as a person, from what I can gather. I think he's a good players coach, style coach, right? But to be a good players coach and to not eventually lose the locker room for being either too nice or non-disciplined, then you have to be able to hold players accountable, and you have to be able to have some X's and O's in your game, especially when you don't have really strong assistants, which Darvin does not have. Darvin Ham does not have a strong assistant staff, and that is on the Lakers. They should have gave him that when they first hired him, and they should have done that this offseason when they knew he had some struggles last year. Maybe they thought because he improved during the playoffs, he improved as the season went on, he improved after the roster was repaired. Maybe they thought they didn't have to do that, but I was saying all offseason, one of the best free agent acquisitions they could have is if they got a veteran offensive assistant head coach or an associate head coach, and they didn't do it. So that was definitely disappointing. They did him a disservice, they did the players a disservice, and they did us a disservice for that. So I don't know the politics behind it. I don't know if he wanted it and they didn't want to do it, or they wanted to do it and he didn't want to do it, or vice versa. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend I do. But I do feel like this team would be better if we had a more steady hand sitting to the left of him on that bench, even though he never sits at the bench. But maybe someone to run up and take his hands out of his damn pockets and use his own hands to slap him across the face when he gets stupid. But yeah, this is just stuff they needed to do. Hey, Chris, what's going on, my brother? Hot Pockets Ham, man. Thank you for pulling up, brother. Appreciate you as always, man, and your continued support. If we lose to the Pistons, fire him immediately. I'll tell you what, man. I said this when we were going into Detroit and we had just had a bad loss, I believe, to OKC, I think it was. And I said that I was 100% convinced that Darvin Ham was not going to be fired this season unless they lost to Detroit. So I was like, okay, all bets are off. That statement still rings true. If they lose to Detroit at home, it's going to get ugly. Ugly. Absolutely ugly, man. I had a nightmare that AD got injured and Ham pulled out 2 small guards from his pocket. Man, don't ever make a joke about AD getting injured, man. It's too soon, bro. It's too soon. It's too soon. But shout out to AD for being number 2 in minutes this year in the NBA, man. Shout out to AD, man. He's doing his thing. The Lakers were sitting top 3 seed in the West. Anthony Davis would be a favorite for MVP right now. I really believe that. Kurt says, I think Darvin got annoyed with the criticism of playing guards and just went full Catman and played all for it. I think he's trying some different things. Not necessarily things I would try, you know what I mean? But hey, he's the head coach. He can do what he wants. He's trying some things that I think are coming back to bite him. I don't think they're in. I just don't think it's right, like, to have Cam and Vando start. I've always said that I've said all season that I don't believe that Cam Reddish is a starting 2 guard in this league for any team, let alone a hopeful championship contender. He's just not. It's no shade on Cam. I'm proud of him. I'm happy for the year he's had. I think it extends his NBA career, but he is not a starting 2 guard in the NBA. He's just not. That's just fact of the matter. I would much rather have Vando out there as a starter with Cam out of there, because Vando gives you more versatility on defense. He can do a lot more than Cam can do. And just the way he runs the floor and the way Vando could almost be like a shutdown corner. Like, there's some guys won't even go his direction. Like, I'm dead serious about that. So where Cam, he was kind of sneaking up on people early in the season, kind of being like Alvarado, picking off those inbound passes, kind of just sneaking up on people. Now that they're prepared for him, he doesn't have the skill set defensively that Vando has. So even if you prepare for him, he can still get you. So Cam is struggling with catching up to the fact that the league is caught up to him. And now it's his turn to pivot and make an adjustment, but there really isn't much he can adjust to. So he's not making shots. He's not as skilled as Vando defensively. So he probably needs to get to the bench sooner rather than later. It's not a good idea to start both of those guys. I think they like me. What's going on? Thanks for pulling up. I appreciate you. Man, your take on this is needed. I was waiting. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. Like I said, holiday time, I've been away. Been seeing everyone's messages, DMs, and all that. So definitely appreciate you guys. Appreciate the fact you guys are even looking for me. That's crazy. You know what I mean? Could imagine people would want to listen to me talk basketball, let alone look for me when I'm not up here. So appreciate you guys. But yeah, man, my take on this has kind of been the same all season, and I would expect it to remain that way. Again, I don't hate Darvin Ham. I don't love him. I'm not campaigning for him to get fired. I'm not campaigning for them nor begging them to keep him. I'm just hoping that while he is the head coach of our Los Angeles Lakers, that he figures it out, improves, because if I'm rooting for him to fail, that just means the team's going to rack up more losses, and it would have to get pretty dire and pretty ugly, I believe, for them to pull the trigger this season. So rooting against him pretty much means that the season's over. So I'm not willing to go there yet. I think that I'm hopeful that, once they do make a move, because they're going to make a move, when they do, that hopefully we see the second half Darvin of this year that we saw last year. That's what I'm hoping for. Obviously, I don't know how much I'd put on that or how much I'd bet on that, but or if I think he's more likely to improve than diminish, I don't know. But I will say that the fact that he's starting to kind of speak to the media about players in a negative light, the fact that reports are coming out, there's definitely something behind the scenes that is happening to where they're trying to shape the narrative of the media, because they don't do that unless there's some internal pressure coming. However, I will say, I know he caught heat for what he said about Vando and Cam, but to be honest with you guys, I don't agree with what he said. I mean, I don't disagree with what he said. I don't disagree with what he said about Cam and Vando. You can't be a ball stopper when the ball is moving, when you're not an offensive player. You can't just sit there and be confused. You're out there starting. You played basketball your entire life. You can't act like all of a sudden you don't know what to do when the basketball finds you. You can't do that. So I do agree with what he said. Do I agree that he did it publicly? I mean, I wouldn't do that. Definitely not by name. I would probably speak of the situations and let everyone figure it out for themselves. But if you're out there talking and be like, look, the ball's got to move, it can't stop. I trust guys to be out there. I'm going with the defensive lineup, but I trust these guys when the time presents itself or the opportunity presents itself. I trust them to take that shot. Like I would prefer that type of approach, because you're saying the same thing, but it's coming from a perspective that isn't really throwing them under the bus, and players react to that better. Now, to me, no matter which way it's said, it means the same thing to me, because I know what either one of them mean. They mean the same thing. But to me, if I'm talking to my players through the media, which again, I wouldn't do by name, that's just not me. But if I was asked a question about a particular player and I answered the question, I would answer the question in a kind of a way of, they're there because I believe in them. They just got to get a little bit more comfortable, and we're going to work on that, and just leave it at that. You know what I mean? I wouldn't. But even though what he said was true, it really was. It was spot on what he said. But I get why people were upset, and they're kind of looking at it like he's blaming the players. He's really not. But these guys, if he's putting he put them in the starting lineup, he did believe in them, and them kind of freezing up and not stepping up to the challenge is making him look worse. So they got to step up for him at this point. Yo, DJ, what's going on, my guy? 60 Cent, Lakers in 5 over here. Head on over to Lakers in 5 and give my guy a sub if you have not done so already. Incredible content over there. Great dude. Pausing his workout over here to get over here and say what up. So appreciate you, DJ, man. Thanks for pulling up, man. Hope you had a good Christmas, brother. Another one, Big Art Sports. What's going on, my brother? Another legend in these streets, man. Appreciate you, bro. What's good, Empire Jeff? What's good, everybody? Salute. We just need to get it together. Let's see what this new move do for us. Braun at the point, Cam and Vando started. Yeah, it's not looking good so far, but I think if he runs back on the starting lineup now, it almost blows up in his face again. So I get what you're saying. We got to wait and see. This team is going to be what this team is going to be. We are who we are right now until a trade is made. We kept going. Let's wait to see until so-and-so's back. Let's wait until so-and-so's back, myself included, because I did believe that once Vando, Rui, Gabe, and all these guys came back and our depth was there and our normal, kind of depth and hopefully an ideal rotation would form itself. But that's just not going to happen this year, because Gabe's not going to be back until March, right? Vando is still not right. Okay. D'Lo is destroyed mentally. This roster is now flawed. So there's really nothing on the horizon for at least, we're talking minimum 3 weeks right now, minimum 3 weeks. And that's if they do it slightly after January 15th and not all the way up to February 8th. And then waiting out buyout market stuff. So this is going to be a while. You know what I mean? So this is going to be a while. So buckle up, have a little patience, exercise a little self-control, and let's not go out here and throw tantrums at every loss. You know what I mean? This is going to be a process now. We have to get on the same page here and understand that this is going to be a process now. We have to commit to a process and understand that this is not an overnight fix. They're not going to lose a game and immediately figure out their roster. Now, that doesn't mean they can't start winning some games. But this team I don't see as winning a championship until they figure out who's their starting two guard, who's their starting point guard, and what this roster looks like post-February 8th. And that's just being real with it, because we do not know or what this team is going to look like come springtime. We don't know yet. But I understand that Boston game was a hot mess. I understand that, starting out 12-0. They made a run of it. They made a game of it. And but I'll tell you what, though, the Boston Celtics went on the road and not a single game was competitive except for ours. So it's even when they were playing against what's considered by most to be the best team in the NBA right now, not playing at their best, it was still a game. And we're playing probably our roughest patch of the season so far, out of the first couple, other than the first couple of games of the season, and we are still above 500. We're going through a rut. Even championship top tier teams go through this every single year. You look at any team that's won the championship. If you look back, you will find a stretch of games where they were just ass. It's when the Lakers won in 2000, man. I remember towards the end of that season, they just sucked. They couldn't get things going. And all of a sudden, they figured it out again. They got on a roll. They went in and they won an NBA championship. But I've seen this multiple times before. Multiple times. I've seen the Warriors in their peak go on stretches like this. I've seen this so many times. Braun in Cleveland. I've seen this. So this is nothing to freak out about. But at the same time, it's something to be uncomfortable with. It's something to not enjoy watching. Me and Dan have watched several Laker games where we're sitting back watching, how are we watching this? This is not even entertaining. And we've got to call this game live. And it's a struggle. So that's, from that point, I understand. And I get it. It's just all part of the game right now. And we're really just trying to, get back on track. So Let's see here. Oh man, we got enough. Come on, Dan, man. Shout out to my Court Kings, bro. Jeff, Mees, and Chris. Big things coming in 2024. Absolutely, absolutely, man. Hey, and thank you, Dan. I appreciate you, brother. Again, today's supposed to be about you, my guy. But I greatly, greatly appreciate it. And that's what I'm saying, man. It's even on a day that it's about him, he's still over here contributing back to the community. So, man, love you, brother. Appreciate you. And on your day, the fact that you not only are spending time in my chat on my channel, but contributing to it, man, like I said, it's extremely humbling, and I greatly, greatly appreciate you, my brother. So I'm sorry, my screen tripped here for a second. Greatly, greatly appreciate you. And guys haven't done so already, head on over to Dan the Lakers fans channel. And like I said, hit him with a super thanks and a comment to welcome him back to monetization. It's hard a worker as it goes in these YouTube streets of covering the Lakers. Been doing this forever. You know, one of my mentors in this business. So appreciate you, brother. And once again, thank you, man, so much. Thank you. Let me see. Sorry, I lost where I was. Give me 1 second. Okay, it was art. Hey, Craig, thanks for pulling up. I appreciate you. And once again, Dan, man, thank you so much, bro. Appreciate you. According to Woj's trade deadline is supposed to have more buyers than sellers. Well, yeah. So this is true. And well, actually, so there's going to be more buyers than sellers. There's going to be people wanting to improve their team. Absolutely. I think more sellers will emerge as we get closer to the trade deadline. So I think in a vacuum with that statement as of being said right now, I believe that. But I believe that when you have teams that are sitting here going into that new CBA next summer, if they're looking to move people around the draft, I think it's going to be more expensive to move them at the draft than it would be now. Being that there's more buyers instead of sellers, if you're looking to sell later when there might be more sellers than buyers, it makes more sense to sell while there are buyers. You get what I'm saying? So I do think there's some teams who no one is talking about, that no one's expecting any movement from, will look to make moves if they find a deal they like. And I think it will be more than people think. I agree with Woj of that being right now, but as it gets closer and teams start looking at their books and their physical calendars and all that accounting stuff, I think it's going to come down where you're going to see some things shake loose that no one saw coming or no one talked about. I absolutely believe that's going to happen. Another marathon session yesterday for DJ. Man, DJ's I'll be out there running a marathon, just doing a stream, bro. I'm telling you, he's a cyborg, bro. He's a cyborg, bro. Hey Roy, thanks for pulling up, man. Get rid of spam. Can't waste another season. I hear you, man, but I don't think they're going to. Thank you guys for all the support. For real, now it's time to return the love a bit. Hey, man, I'm humbled, bro. Super humbled, man. Appreciate you, man. I still can't believe. Like I said, man, we're just think about like 6 months to a year ago, Dan, when we like first started linking up and doing all this stuff and starting Court Kings and doing all this and all this stuff. That's like with your channel being demonetized, mine getting monetized, and like it's almost like it's just a weird, like it's just been like weird situations. You know what I mean? It's just like we get some good news and then it's like a gut punch, and then good news and a gut punch, and it's like, but we just keep going. So absolutely. Next year is going to be real special. I really feel for a lot of people in this space, and with shopcourtkings.com, absolutely. Make sure to head over there. If you haven't been over to shopcourtkings.com, I got some fire merch over there. If you got some gift cards for Christmas, you got some money for Christmas, and you want to buy something for yourself, head on over to shopcourtkings.com. We got some more heat coming real soon, but in the meantime, head over there and take advantage of the free shipping while we still have it. No promises that's going to be there after the turn of the year. So appreciate you guys. Again, Dan, appreciate you as always, my brother, man. Greg said, need a point guard who can penetrate. Vando and Reddish can't shoot, so LeBron and AD are in a packed paint area, no room to operate. Yeah, you're true. It's crazy because AD is getting like 40 points in a packed paint and where it's crowded. So imagine if he had room to breathe. Man, that would be crazy. The players have to be accountable for their struggles. Absolutely, Eric, and that's what I've said all year. My thing is I'm not escaping Darvin or the players for what's going on. Neither. You know what I mean? So when I say that Darvin is not fully to blame, I mean that the players have blame too, and they need to be held accountable is basically what I'm saying. But in that statement, I am not sitting here and saying that that Darvin gets to escape from criticism. That's not what I'm saying. But I've been attacked a few times saying, oh, you're blind, you can't say about Ham. I go, no, I can say plenty of things that Darvin Ham is not doing great. But I can also sit here and say that LeBron James, Anthony Davis as leaders of this basketball team, the record falls on them too. You know what I mean? And these role players, when given opportunities, need to be better. They don't need to play like stars, but they need to be serviceable out there. You can't be out there and just be a non-impact on the game when you're playing for the Los Angeles Lakers, man. You need to get out there and do something. Big facts, man. Absolutely, big facts, big facts. D'Lo has to be better than he has been. Yeah, absolutely. For sure, man. Absolutely, he has to be better. I don't know if they're gonna be able to repair him. Seems like he may be starting to tune out a little bit. I think that's what they were worried about putting him on the bench. He just doesn't seem to be. D'Lo's a skilled basketball player. He is not trash. It's just not working out here. You know what I mean? I feel bad for him. I feel bad that it's not working for us. I like D'Lo, but it's just not working, and it be that way sometimes, and it sucks. Thanks for the follow on Twitter, man. I don't know if you're talking to me or talking to them. I'm not sure because I've been followed you, so I'm not sure what it was. Let's see here. Let's have a vote, chat. Who's more inconsistent, Jeff with his Jeff with his uploads or AD with his offense? Vote one for Jeff, vote two for AD. All right, first of all, this isn't an upload, it's a live stream. So first of all, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, man, holiday season, man. Holiday season. I'm trying, bro. Like, I got a full-time job. I'm married. I got a puppy, family in town. Like, it's rough, man. It's rough. It's rough to carve out time for this. That's what I'm saying, man. I love doing it. I love being with y'all, man. But the sacrifice that we all do as content creators, especially those who really take the time and engage with chat and do long form live streams, like it's a hell of a sacrifice and commitment. The time I get up in the morning, from the time I get up in the morning and head out to the time I get home and try to find time to do this, it is a grind. Trust me. But I love it though. I'm not complaining, but it is a grind. And it weighs on you. So it's like sometimes, you got to learn to take the breaks when you're given the opportunity. And holiday time, I'm going to always take a break. You know what I mean? Because family is, Thanksgiving and Christmas time is always super, super special to me. The rest of the year, I don't get to see my family enough or as much. When I get to see them, I kind of try to make up for lost time. You know what I mean? I just cherish the moments the best I can. But I know what you mean. No, I know what you mean. I know you're just messing around, but it's hard to find time for everything, especially during the holiday season. Mark Jackson, Jeff Van Gundy, an old school coach that believes in going big, please. I'd pass on both of them. Anyway, if you guys have tuned into my channel for any length of time, you already know where I stand on that. I'm gonna pass on both of those. I'm gonna leave it at that. But let's have a vote, Chad. Who's more inconsistent, Jeff? What is up? Did I go backwards? What just happened? Or did you put that twice? Wait, what just happened? What is going on with my feed here? What the? Hold on a second, guys. This stuff is like flashing. Dude, StreamYard is tripping. Roy Estrada says, 2 wrongs don't make it right. If the team is bad and the coach is bad, there is no hope. Make the coaching change. Now, that's a fair take, Roy. And again, I'm not arguing that. I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying I think the easier route is probably to make some player trades, make some moves on the roster, and then go from there. Because if you're getting rid of a coach and moving players, I think that's a little bit too much of being unstable, and you got to be careful with that. Dude, I think StreamYard just did hold on one second. I'm beta on StreamYard. I think they're testing a new feature. Because now you can filter your comments by like user time, and everything kind of just got switched up on me. So I apologize, guys. Okay, I'm back to normal here. What up, Micah? Thanks for pulling up, brother. Hope you're having a good night. Appreciate the support as always, man. Appreciate you. He said what? I see you, Art, man. Come on, man. You know how it is, man. You know how it is, Art, man. It's tough, man, especially during these times, bro. It's hard, man. It's hard to get out here and do these videos when you got family in town, bro. It's tough. I'm trying, though. I'm going to be back more this week, trust. African Gamer, what's up, my brother? Hope you had a good holiday season as well, man. Don't know how late I am, but what up, Jeff? Much love. You're one of the great fact philosophers for Lakers. Didn't make sense, but you actually do make sense, and I appreciate the compliment. Thank you for that, man. I thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your continued support, and appreciate the feedback there. Yeah, man. I love Laker basketball, man, but I love basketball in general. I've been a student of this game between basketball and baseball my entire life. I feel, I feel like I got a good feel for it. I feel I got a kind of a different approach than most people have. And not saying mine is better or worse, just a little different, I feel. I feel like I bring a little different vibe. So I appreciate those who rock with, man, greatly. Jeff is Mr. Heart of Gold. Oh, no, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. You're hey, bird of a feather flock together, right? Because you sit here, like I said, on your day, you're donating to my channel, man. Like I said, bird of a feather flock together. Real recognize real, and you look familiar, brother. So you know what it is, man. Appreciate you. I deeply feel for Ham for expectations on this, man. To be honest, ain't fair. He's only a second-year coach. That's my part too. Like I said, I think the hate that people have for this man is rough. You know what I mean? It's tough. I didn't expect a ton out of him when they hired him. I didn't expect him to, Laker Nation was on his head like during preseason last year. I remember people saying like by game 5, I'm gonna want him fired. I'm like, yikes. You know what I mean? When you have people like that, that hated him that bad out the gate, there was nothing ever going to change their mind. So they've kind of just been riding that wave. And then you got guys, you got people who hate Ham. You got the people who just can't let go. We didn't get Kyrie. There's a lot of people like that. I'm not. I know I make fun of Lakers all day about that, but I'm not referring to him. I'm just talking about the people. You got people who don't accept Braun as a Laker. You got people who wanted Kyrie as a Laker. You got people who hated Darvin Ham from jump. Like you got all these different like little cliques within Laker Nation, and sometimes they're more concerned about being right than being objective, right? So like I've said several times, I didn't believe that Cam should be a starter in this league or for this team, but I was really happy to see him play well. I was never more happy to be wrong in the way he played. But in my heart of hearts, I just like, this isn't sustainable. I just felt it. You guys know I kept saying it. But I wasn't rooting against him. I was just cautioning against having too high expectations for him, because eventually it was going to be time to pay the bill on that. And not to say he still can't have a good rest of the season or be effective or have moments or even do something crazy in a playoff setting that helps us win a game. I'm not saying that can't happen. I'm just saying it's our day-to-day starting shooting guard. For me, Empire Jeff, for me, I don't prefer that. That's just all I'm saying. But I'm happy for him, and like I said, I'm hoping he thrives. Go ahead, coach. I get what you mean. Scam doesn't know how to coach. He's relying on players to make him look good. That is why he more of a friend with players, vice of versus holding them accountable. Well, here's the thing: we don't really know everything that goes on behind closed doors, but I can tell you, because around last year when that whole Russ thing was going on, I could tell you that he challenged people often, and him and Russ got into it pretty heated the day before Russ got traded. They got into it, a very heated discussion, and it was physical. So he's not opposed to getting in players' faces or even getting aggressive with them. The thing with him is, I think Darvin, just like last year, I think he's looking at the roster and he's looking over and he's like, I don't know what my options are. I think we all went into the season really excited with this roster, really hopeful of what this roster could be. And the roster just has not turned into what it should have. And that's just the truth. You know what I mean? I was really happy about this roster. This roster is not pulling its own weight right now. And as a result of that, that was kind of a little bit of a shock. And I think Darvin thought he had more tools in his toolbox this year that didn't turn out to be. And he's tried multiple ones that haven't worked. Nothing like taking a tool and it doesn't fit, right? And you're working on something, and you got to find the right tool, and it could get messy, man. And that's where they're at right now. The tools aren't right. What's up, Dante? Thanks for pulling up, brother. Hope you had a good holiday season, man. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you as always, brother. He said, Big Art, bro, I wasn't even aware I was following you back. Big Art, man, that's what it is, man. Legends follow legends. That's what's up. Big Art, and Dan, the Lakers fan, man. Two guys that I channels I love very much. Love being on both their channels, man. Two good guys right here. So if you haven't followed already, which unless you're living under a rock or you just discovered YouTube today, then head on over to Dan, the Lakers fan channel and Big Art Sports, man. Where's Search today, man? Where's Search? Send a search party for Search, y'all. Where's Search at? Ham might resign. I don't think he's leaving money on the table like that. I don't think he's turning down money like that. If he resigns, he doesn't get his money. If he gets fired, he gets all of it until he finds another job. Then it gets prorated. So I don't think he resigns. Hurt the big hurt. Whoa. Ham needs to get things better if you're going to win a championship in 2024. Hey, Gio, thanks for pulling up, and I appreciate you, man. Cristo. Hey, salute, Rob. Thank you for pulling up. Appreciate your support, man. Hey, it was a great surprise, bro. Appreciate it, bro. You said, yeah, man. Happy you guys are following each other, man. Great content on both ways, man. Both sides. Yeah, we better beat the Hornets, man. We better beat the Hornets. Absolutely, Dante. I'm not ready to take an L to the Hornets, man. Just can't happen. Can't happen, bro. Hey, LOLs. Thanks for pulling up. Why doesn't Ham just Why doesn't Ham just go to a simpler 9-man rotation? AD, Braun, Vando, Reeves, Prince, bench, Wood, Ruby, D'Lo, Cam. I think injuries. I think guys struggling. Vando being out most of the beginning of the season. Reeves getting kind of realigned to the bench. Prince being inconsistent. between home and the road. Wood just completely falling off the map and just looking terrible whenever he's been out there. Rui's been in and out of the lineup, playing hurt, playing in a mask. D'Lo just can't find his way. And like I said, Cam, he's not a typical rotational player. You know what I mean? And they're learning that right now. Dante says, basically, we're saying about Ham is fix it or get fixed. Yeah. But again, guys, I just don't know what's out there. Like I said, even if they let him go today, we don't have a serviceable assistant head coach. And my biggest nightmare is they decide to move him and they bring in Doc Rivers. Like my mentality could not handle that. Like I just couldn't handle that. Like I'm usually known as a calm guy, right? I'm a patient man. I'm a calm guy. I feel like I bring like a calm to Laker Nation, right? I can kind of calm people down a little bit when they're on the edge. If we get Doc Rivers, I'm gonna lose my yeah. I'm gonna. Hey, DJ Gemini, what's going on, my brother? What's up with you, man? Hope you had a good holiday season. Thank you for pulling up. Appreciate you. Kevin King, what's going on? You're doing a great job, Jeff. Hey, thank you, Kevin. I appreciate you. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the compliment. Thank you for most importantly, thank you for your time and tuning in. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you for everyone. I see some new names in here tonight, man. So appreciate you guys. If this is your first time discovering me, go on, hit that like button. Greatly appreciate that. And really, really hit that subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel. Turn on notifications to get notified when we go live on nights such as tonight. Be great support to the channel. We greatly appreciate it. And hope you like what you hear and hope you guys, come around more. So appreciate you guys. What's going on, my man? Joe Soro, Ox, what's going on, man? I heard you in New York, man. You in the city, man. So shout out to you, man. I know it's probably cold out there. Not sure what part of New York you're in, man, but be safe out there. Have fun. Hit the pizza spots, man. Enjoy yourself. Head on over to Lakers Fast Break if you guys have not done so already. Great group of guys over there, man. Gerald, Magic Man, Ox 1947, Mr. Joe Soro himself. Joe, the Tantrum Soro. He's got some great rants over there, man. Shout out to everyone over there, man. I miss being over there. I got to get over there soon, but I appreciate you, Joe, man. Phil Jackson called his players out publicly. Do it. Phil Jackson did it. He wrote, Joe, he wrote books about him. He called them out. He sent messages through the media. He did all kinds of things. It's a different era, though. You know what it is. You've gone on plenty of rants of what people are like today, what players are like today, athletes and adults are like today. It's different, man. Phil would really struggle in this era, and he did. That's why he basically got ran out of New York. He doesn't fit today's era. But I agree with you. I hear what you're saying about Phil did it. Today is just a different era, man. But shout out to you, Joe. But again, I'm curious, what part of New York are you in, man? Probably not listening privately. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly facts. Hit the like button. Yeah, thank you, Big R. Hit that like button, man. Where we at? We're at 43 likes right now. We got, man, this is heavy traffic for me, man. We sent 96 people in the building. I don't think my channel's ever touched 100 people during a live before. So, man, if we hit 100 tonight, that'd be fantastic, man. But we've been in the 90s for a minute here, so we can hit 100. Man, I bet it'll be an incredible night tonight, man. So appreciate y'all. Yeah, please get the likes up, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already, man. Empire Jeff, you're saying this team is not even a deep playoff team as currently constructed. I will say that they're not as deep as I thought. They're deep. They've got bodies, right? They've got multiple people at the same position, but they got a lot of redundant pieces. So I guess right now, they're not as deep as I thought they were going into the season. So I'm comfortable with saying that. Obviously, Gay being out pretty much all season hurts their depth. Vando being out in 3/4 of the season already had hurt their depth. Rui being out in and out of the lineup hurt their depth. So yeah, I'm fair with saying up to date that I'm saying this team is not even a deep playoff team as currently constructed as far as going deep into the playoffs, because their depth is what I base this team's success on. Being that their depth is lighter, the depth of what they can reach in the playoffs is affected on that in my judgment. So they need to tinker this lineup. As currently constructed, I don't think this team makes it past the second round. That's just what I see right now. They need something. They need a point guard. They need a point of attack defender and a point of attack point guard. It'd be great if we can get that in one player, but that's going to be really hard to do. But right now, if they can't get someone who can create, if they can't get someone who can drive an offense other than Braun, I think they're going to be in some trouble. So someone that can get AD the ball, someone that can go to the basket, be counted upon to hit a jump shot. Like, I don't necessarily know if they need an all-star. They need someone. They need someone that can really run the show. Other than Braun, they really, really do. And until they get that, I think they're gonna have some struggles. Jay Lloyd, what's going on? Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you. Hope you're having a good one as well, man. D Prince, same to you. Hope you're having a great one. Hey, Jeff, Lakers fam. Hope everyone is doing well. You too. Appreciate you. Amari's Hall, thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you, bro. They got to dig deep down and play with heart and force. They're playing out of focus. Facts. So that's what I keep coming back to, is that, does Darvin Ham perfect? God, no. All right. Is he the worst we've ever seen? No, he's really not. But at the end of the day, like this falls on the players too. They got to look themselves in the mirror. Here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. You ever notice how a team looks after a coach gets fired? That first game after a coach gets fired, the team comes out and plays ballistic because they want everyone to know, look, it wasn't us. But then they just go back to being trash. You know what I mean? A lot of the times. So why don't you do that while a guy is still here? Why don't you prove that the problem isn't you now? Right? Because that one game after a coach gets fired does not make up for all the games you played prior to. Right? You are still paid to be a professional. You're still paid to get out there and play every game. You're still paid to give it your all. You're still paid to show up to work every day. You're still paid to put in the time. You're still paid to try to succeed. And most importantly, you are still paid to try to win. So if there's someone on your bench that you don't love, and we don't know if that's 100% true, but you're still cashing that check, right? So get out there and do what you're supposed to do. How are you going to sit here and point a finger at someone you feel not to be doing what they should be doing when you're not doing the same? That's my point. Let's not be hypocritical. That's all I got to say about that. You know what I mean? Thoughts on Isaiah Stewart? I think he'd be cool next to AD. Hey, Shan, what's up, man? Thanks for pulling up. Next to AD, he might be cool. I don't know about next to Braun, man, but I know that Stewart is trying to be a stretch big this season. He's out there just jacking up shots in Detroit, and he's part of the reason they're losing. I like oh, man, I just can't. Boy, I think about him and Braun in the same court, that'd be crazy. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I think he just signed an extension recently, so I don't see them making a trade for him. The trade that I keep coming back to, man, I think it's gonna be some version of a Chicago trade. Caruso, Drummond, maybe DeRozan. I'm not saying I want the road. I prefer that trade. I'm just saying, like, I think they've got their eyes on like Drummond and Caruso, and I think conversations will build off of that. I do believe that they will speak with New Orleans about Valanciunas at some point. I do believe there are other guys out there. I believe they'll talk on Murray, but I don't think they have the assets to get him. Keep in mind, I'm waiting to see what Phoenix does here, man, because I'm not saying they're going to trade Kevin Durant, but they got some problems. I know they won tonight. They got some things they got to figure out. There's a couple of teams that got to figure some things out, and the Lakers may be benefactors of some of these teams looking to either blow it up or make some wholesale changes or big changes. Lakers may be able to facilitate as a third team. D'Lo's contract going to be very, very valuable in a move like that. So the Lakers are going to do something. They're going to do something. I just don't know 100% what it's going to be yet. It's a marathon. Absolutely, Eric. Absolute marathon. Stu was hard to trade on a poison pill deal. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was talking about, his extension. It's going to be tough, and I don't think they move for him. Miguel, thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you. What's up with you, man? Hope you're having a good night, man. Thank you for the support. Great House is King. Thank you for pulling up as well, man. I feel like they have to make the Murray trade. It makes too much sense with the report that came out about speed and athleticism. Well, let me tell you this real quick. I love Murray. I love DeJounte Murray. I really do. I think he's going to be too expensive for the Lakers, but I really like him. Having said that, just be very mindful, guys. Very mindful. There's no coincidence that all these clutch clients are being leaked to the Lakers and public leaked to trade ideas, right? So let's just be very cautious about this, all right? The clutch clients are going to be leaked because they want to gain traction and interest and leverage in clutch athletes, okay? Linking the Lakers to it is beneficial to those players and to those teams, all right? It's also somewhat beneficial to the Lakers because if team thinks the Lakers have multiple options, it makes them easier to do business when the league thinks they have multiple deals they can make as opposed to just one or two. So this makes sense. To me, a lot of this is BS. I don't think the Lakers have a chance at Murray. Currently, I don't think they do. I don't know what the market for him is, but they gave up 3 picks and a pick swap for him. They're not going to give him away for a 2029 first, and that's it, and some salary filler. I don't think they're going to do that. So I think he's priced out as far as what the Lakers could offer this season for him. Now, when they get to the summer, things will get a little bit different. But this summer, pre-draft, hold on real quick. Man, we just had our first 100 view live stream, man. I've never had 100 people in a live stream before. Yo, man. Appreciate every single one of y'all, man. Appreciate every single one of you guys. If you have not done so already, please smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. And turn on those notifications to get notified when we go live on days such as tonight. Man, such a blessing, man. That's been one of my goals. My goal was 1,000 subs, and my goal was 100 people in the room at once. First time that has happened, we've surpassed 750 subs, so I'm 3/4 of my way to my main goal. But my other goal was 100, and we got to it, man. So appreciate y'all so much for that. Man, that was huge. Appreciate y'all. Thank you. I like them getting called out for real. Get better or get packaged in a deal. Yeah, like I said, I think people like took that a little bit the wrong way. It wasn't harsh. It wasn't like he said they sucked. It wasn't like he's saying he's going to bench them. He was just reminding them what they're out there for. That he put them out there for a reason, and they can't be stagnant and they can't stall the offense. So I absolutely, I'm okay with what he said. I would have said it a little differently because I know how people like to twist things, but at the same time, I understand why he did it. I do. I absolutely do. They need to show more efficiency and effort. Hey, DJ Gemini, I agree with you, Gemini, and I, it's the problem is these guys. I think they know that all the blame is being put on Ham. Uh, it's either AD, Ham, or the role players, right? To get blamed, right? So not that Braun hasn't had an incredible season, but like if this was like AD that had that Christmas Day game, he would have been slayed. You know what I mean? Braun really needed to be better that game. Obviously, he's had a great season. He's been great more often than he has not been, right? But if that was anyone else, they would have caught flack for that game, right? So at the end of the day, everyone has to be better, from the coaching staff to Palinka to Genie, to the players, to everyone. And us as fans, we have to be better of being a little bit more patient, a little bit more understanding that where we are right now, they can't just pick up a phone and make a deal and make this team better tomorrow. It's not possible. It's not going to happen. So we need to be better as a fan base and understand we got to ride this wave through January. It's gonna be January 15th to February 8th. It's gonna be that window, man, and it's gonna be a stressful window because the further it goes out from January 15th, and the closer it gets to February 8th without a trade, fans are gonna continue to get more and more upset. But we have to understand that there is a deadline, and as we approach that deadline, that's when we need to get a little bit more frustrated, more upset. But right now, there's not much we can really do about it. We just have to keep it going and just hope for the best. But we need to represent the Laker Nation with pride. We need to, act like we've been here before. We need to, we've won before. We've won championships. We won the first in-season tournament, right? We've been in the toilet before. We had a really bad run after Kobe retired. We can't act like these spoiled brats when stuff hits the fan that we don't know how to support our team when they're down. You get what I'm saying? I still support my team. I'd expect them to do better. I hold them accountable, but I'm not going to sit out there and just trash people who are representing my team. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do it. Now, if they get moved because of their play, then it's over season after the fact. Appreciate you for your efforts. See you later, homie. But outside of that, they're here. I'm not rooting for them to fail because the more they fail, the more our season goes down the toilet. And that's what I do not want. Trade for DeJounte Murray and get Drummond from the Bulls if they decide to rebuild. Those would be, again, I would love those deals. I just don't. I think Drummond's a possibility. I think Murray is too expensive for the Lakers. I don't think they have the assets to get him compared to what other teams can offer. I'd make a marginal move. I don't want ish that will divide the whole roster midway. Too risky. You will never build a chemistry that way. Yeah, Shan. Like I said, I've said that the buyout market and non-blockbuster trades is probably the best thing that can fix this Laker team. People will shake loose after the trade deadline that will be buyout market eligible. The Lakers are in prime position. They already got a 15th roster spot open. If they do a 2-for-1 trade, they open an additional spot. I think the Lakers are in prime position to get legitimate buyout candidates. I think buyout candidates this season have potential to be bigger than they've ever been. And, so like I said, marginal trades, non-blockbuster like trades, and some high-profile current good players via buyout market. Whereas before, majority of the people who got swooped up in the buyout market were guys that were like former big names. They weren't like, they were known for what they did in the past as opposed to what they were doing now. And I think this year we have a chance to get buyout guys that could currently help you now. Like someone like a Buddy Hield. I think there's a chance for that. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I think there's a chance for that. So there are guys that are going to get moved and bought out who aren't your typical buyout candidates. They're impact players. Trust, I like the drama. I hate where it's perfect ball, regular season, and board into play. No, man. I mean, if we're winning, like winning solves all. Like I've been through Shaq and Kobe beefing, winning 19 games in a row. I've been through Shaq and Kobe beefing, and barely, in the playoff picture going into the All-Star break in like 2003. So, or 2002. So like, no, not 2002. Sorry, 2003. And so I've seen it all. Like I said, I've been down this road before. I love the Lakers. I hold them accountable when they're not being great. But at the same time, like, they're my team. They're my team. So I'm not going to sit here and be like they effing suck. We're not going to, bash them. I want them to do well. I think they will improve. I think they'll figure it out. I'm not delusional about it. Changes have to be made. I do agree with that, but we just got to wait to see what those changes are. Hey, Trust Cool, thank you for pulling up. Appreciate you. Sorry if I said that wrong. Yeah, Trust Cool, appreciate you. Smash that like button, people. Hey, thank you so much. Appreciate the support greatly. You have no idea. Thank you for pulling up. Greatly appreciate it, man. DTLF, he back. Ray Charles, see you got money. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. That's the best. That's the best. Schmidtke, thanks for pulling up. I appreciate you, man. Why not play the money? Start AD, Rui, LBJ, Vando with D'Lo. Play D'Lo to keep the trade value high. AR-15 Prince first subs off the bench. Hey, Schmitty, appreciate you. Schmitty Originals. That's not a bad take at all. My thing is this, though. D'Lo doesn't matter. D'Lo doesn't matter. D'Lo's contract is what's tradable. And a lot of people are going to want that contract, whether he's playing, whether he's sitting, whether he's balling out, whether he's not. That he's going to have trade value. That is an incredible contract. It's one of the best in the league. He will be tradable no matter what. So what they have to do is keep him healthy. You know what I mean? So, but outside of that, that trade, that contract is desired by plenty of people in this league. That's not going to change anytime soon. Even there are some teams, I believe, that would hope that he would actually opt in, so they'd have him for next year or have him after, be able to move him in the summer before the books get set and have $18.5 million to be able to move. So D'Lo's, that's why it was such a masterclass in how Pelinka put that contract together. Sorry, my puppy in here just jingle belling like crazy with his collar. Sorry about that. I got a terrorist beagle puppy over here. There are teams who would actually prefer him to opt into his deal. And so they have that money for next season. So that's how confident I am that teams will be wanting to trade for D'Lo. Vando as a starter makes no sense. He has bad hands and can't shoot. Well, if you're looking from an offensive perspective side, yes, but I am a fan of having a defensive specialist in the starting lineup. You can't have an offensive only starting lineup because then you can't stop the other team. We got to the Western Conference Finals with Vando in the starting lineup. We turned our season around with Vando in the starting lineup. So Vando was a major part of this team. He was a major contributor to last season's teams defensively. I understand the offensive issues, but we've yet to see him healthy this season. I want to see what he's like when he's healthy, and then go from there. But I do believe that him in the starting lineup, without Cam, have another offensive guy in there with Vando out there, and I think the team is better. That's just my opinion. Kevin King says cap space. Yeah. So I'm not sure which question you talk about that year, but I'm a little behind on the chats here, so sorry about that. But next spot, gotcha. Yeah, no, I got you. Mark says, do you think D'Lo is gone? I do at this point, just for the fact he seems to be tuned out. The contract is too good to not move. It's going to be in demand, and fan base is turned on him. He seems to be tuned out unless he has like a 2 to 3 week run where he's playing very, very well, or he's fitting in better, or he's helping them win basketball games. I think he's out of there. I think they have to at this point because they've got to make a move. Do you like Murray? I love Murray. I really love Murray. But I just don't love the Lakers' chances at getting him. I don't think they're gonna. What's good, Sammy the man? Thank you for pulling up, brother. Hope you had a good Christmas holiday, man. Thanks for pulling up. Salute to you as well. If we get DeJounte without giving up AR and Rui, that would be awesome. Yeah, but I think that's impossible. That's impossible. They have one pick to offer and D'Lo. They're not moving Murray for that. I don't see it. Even if you throw in JHS and Christie, I still don't think it's enough to get him. I would love it, but I don't think it's going to happen. Lakers got problems. They have to adjust to fix rebounding, defending the three, second chance opportunities. Yeah, same problems they had last Western Conference Finals, man. Darvin runs no plays. It's a 3-pointer or follow away jump shots at the end of the 24-second clock at that. So yeah, you're right, Craig. He doesn't run any plays. We got issues, but people shouldn't be in panic mode. It's like they forgot what we came back from last year. True. But we were hoping to build on it from last year. And I think the problem is, like I said, I think everyone, including myself, really thought that this roster was much improved. We felt like we were going to be a top 3 team in the West. And like I said, with a much improved roster. And we really were kind of sold the bill of goods there, right? Like these players have not, lived up to the bargain. Darvin Ham has not lived up to the bargain. So they've got to get it right. But I did not expect this roster to be this flawed. I just didn't see it happening. And we're here now. I mean, that's where we're at. And I'll tell you what, though, I do trust Rob to get it right. I think he will. I think it's just a matter of time. Vando is an all-defensive, no offensive player. Would you still start him or put him off the bench and start Rui instead? No, I'd still start him because I'm a believer in having like a defensive stud in your starting lineup. I believe you need it. Rui can't guard wings, and that's where he'd have to start. So Rui can't guard wings. Braun can't guard wings, but Vando can. He needs to be in the starting lineup, in my opinion. If you just can't be in there with Cam. So you can't you've got all these things that aren't working together. D'Lo with Reeves, Cam with Vando. You have to figure that out. I'd almost rather have Reeves in for Cam and keep Vando in there, And I'd even be willing to try D'Lo back in there again as long as you have Vandal. Go back to the lineup that got to the Western Conference Finals and see what that looks like because we haven't seen that this season. See what it's like. But I'd rather have that lineup than what we have right now for sure. Miguel says, Jeff, did you see the Dodgers made the Yamamoto signing official? I did, man. I did. I was watching it, and man. For those who haven't, go and check out my last two videos, man, where I was talking about before the Dodgers got Yamamoto, and I pretty much kind of broke down what was going to happen, even though all the media had it the other way. And the one I did after they got Yamamoto. It was good two streams, man, to introduce my basketball people, the baseball side of my mind. I'm going to do a lot of baseball videos this season, cover the Dodgers. So that's your thing, or if you want to kind of get back into baseball, it's going to be a historic season with Ohtani and Yamamoto on the Dodgers. Go ahead and check out my last two videos of right before Yamamoto signed, where I said the Dodgers are definitely still an option. They're still in play when, they were trying to make it seem like they weren't. And then when they got them. So go and check out those two videos. I greatly appreciate it. I'm really trying to get a lot of more people into baseball this season. I'm going to cover it a lot, and I'm going to bring that same type of flavor I bring to basketball to baseball, and I hope you guys tune in. I wanted Kyrie. A lot of guys did. And there's no problem. I wanted Kyrie. I just felt and knew that it just wasn't going to happen. Rui with the mask is different than Rui without the mask. Mask is hindering his play. Yeah, but Rui is still not a guy that's going to guard wings and threes. He's never been something he's been able to do. Yeah, I don't think that's going to magically change right now. Biggest worry about this team is that we legit have no in cement starting five. Yeah, that's the thing. Continuity. But we just had what we've had in cement is people in cement. They can't get off the bench because they're injured. So the Gabe Vincent thing is really frustrating because I was really feeling like he can make a contribution to this team. I'm not saying he was a savior to our season, but he was a tool in the toolbox that I felt was really going to help us this year. And we just haven't gotten it, man. We just haven't gotten them. Search for search. Yeah, man, we got to put out Search's MIA tonight, man. I'm going to have to, let me see what this guy is. Where's Search, man? He didn't put in PTO for today. Where you at, Search? Where you at, man? Where you at? Tell me who needs to be traded. What's going on, Oscar? Who needs to be traded? Probably D'Lo at this point. Probably D'Lo. And depending on what the target is, it may have to be someone else. But D'Lo, I just the more I think about it, and the more it's lining up, and like I said, unless he turns just everything around in the coming 2 to 3 weeks, which is asking a lot at this point, I don't see him being here past February 8th because his defense is just him and Reeves' defense is such a problem. You almost can't keep both, and I don't feel they're going to move Reeves. So I think there's a legitimate chance he's out of there. I can tell you. Kurt says, if we get Doc Rivers, we're going to be 3-1 in the series. We'll blow the lead, but at least we won 3 games. I don't want him, man. I don't want Doc Rivers on this team, man. I really, really don't. Really don't. No Doc. F out of here. Game 7 record is Sam Cassell ugly. I hear you. I just for those who came in late, I wasn't campaigning for it. I don't want it. I'm saying I'm going to lose my ish if that's what happens. I do not want it. One of my biggest fears is that if they do fire Darvin Ham, that I could see it'd be the total Laker thing to do. Bring the guy to television and bring the big name in, even though he's not that great of a head coach, in my opinion. That's a legitimate concern for me. It's a legitimate worry of bringing in a head coach who literally said our Minneapolis championships don't count. That would be a horrible move, in my opinion, and I really, really am fearful that is something that could happen, legitimately. How far you think? Whoa. I'm not going to say Edwards and the rest of the Wolves can make it this playoffs. Did not expect their success, to be honest. That's a good question. And I don't know. I didn't expect this much success. I expected them to be better than their seed last year. I did. I had them probably around 6 or 7. I did not have them this high. They're my Sacramento from last year. I can see them going out in the first round. I don't think they make it past the second round, though. I think they've got a bunch of kind of prima donnas over there. And I think you can get in their heads when shots stop falling. I do like Conley over there being a steady hand. I really love Ant. But I do not trust Karl Anthony Towns in the playoffs. And I think they're out in round 1 or round 2. I honestly think that the Lakers are going to change the coach and keep basically the same team, or change the team and keep the coach. Yeah, doing both would be a little rough and tough to overcome. Because at that point, you're just cleaning house, and doing that in the middle of a season, that's asking a lot of a team to rally around. It really is. It would be hilarious if FGA and the Thunder eliminated KD and the Clippers. And you know what? They might. They might, KD or the Clippers, and they might end them both. It's just amazing what they've done over there. They got the best player in that trade. Paul George is incredible. He's had an incredible year, but SGA was the best player in that trade, and they got all those picks and just catapulted their rebuild. It was just an amazing trade for them. Omar, hey, thanks for pulling up, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. And yeah, man, that I'm telling you, I haven't had that's never happened to me before, but we had 100 people live in the stream, and tonight it happened. So, man, just thank y'all, man. Again, just checking off these boxes, man. My main goal is 1,000 subscribers, and my second was to have 100 people on a live stream. Have yet to do that tonight. We did. We could check that off the list, man. So appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Congrats on the first 100 live stream. The moral of the story is Search has to be absent. Yeah, Search missed it, man. It's like, dude, it was like when the dude missed calling the Laker game when Kobe hit 81 and Bill McDonald was covering it for him, and he missed it, and then the backup did it. That's crazy. Obviously, this is nothing compared to Kobe 81. I'm just saying he missed our biggest stream yet. Shout out to Search, man. We go search for Search. Make sure he's all right, man. Hey, Chris, thank you, brother. Appreciate you, bro. Man, I know some people get 400, 500 per stream, man, but there are days where I had 10 people. You know what I mean? So the fact that I was able to get to 100 and hold in that range, that's special to me, man. So appreciate you guys. The channel's getting, going in the direction I'm comfortable with. I love the community. I love the people. Just love talking basketball with the people, and it's really inspiring to see that you guys really enjoy the content. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna continue to bring this type of content. I'm gonna continue to, like I said, dive into baseball, basketball. Maybe bring on some people to help with some other sports. I really want to grow this channel out. And basketball was my way in the door. Now that I feel that I'm kind of stepping in the door now, that I'm going to expand it and grow it out. So appreciate you guys so much. Can you see a path to us getting guys like Gafford or Tyus Jones? I'd be fine with Kispert as well. I can see that. Tyus Jones is a guy that I like and a guy that I would want. There was a while where he was the best backup point guard in the league. He's not great defensively, but he can create and he can run a show. And, he's serviceable with the ball and he can help you win games. So I would like a guy. I would take a Gafford and a Tyus Jones combination. But that's kind of like a second tier. That's kind of lower. I'd rather have Caruso, Drummond, some lines of that. Some like a Sexton, Olynyk, a LeVert, and Olynyk type thing, or like Valanciunas, like that, guys like that. The more I think about it, I keep saying I think we need like a Euro big, man. We need a guy who takes no nonsense, isn't afraid of no one. We need someone for like a war-torn country because we need guys to go up against Joker and go up against Embiid potentially in the finals. That would be fantastic. And to really get out there and be like a defenseman in hockey for AD. We really need a guy like that. I don't know if we can get that guy. Valanciunas might be the closest to that we can get. But we really need one of those guys, someone that can really go chest to chest with Joker and really just knock him on his ass, man. You know what I mean? That's the type of guy we need. Hey, Greg, thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you, sir. What's good? We really need a new coach. Bad. I love the Lakers, but Ham can't even sub right. I will always support the Lakers to the end, as you should, and it's a great take. Darvin, again, has his issues, has his problems. The players need to be held accountable too. But we kind of have them both going wrong at the same time. Something has to change. I do feel that it will be trades before the coach getting fired, but I don't have a crystal ball, so I can't 100% predict it. But I feel that the coach probably survives the season, at least to the summer. And I think some of the players are going to have to pay that price for this, for the brand of basketball that they're playing right now. I rep Lakers for life. This is my gang. I rep 96. Kobe said, absolutely. Kobe, absolutely. What do you think of Kenny Atkinson? He was one of our candidates before Ham, another assistant from the Warriors, but at least he has head coaching experience. He's another developmental guy. The Lakers don't need another developmental guy. They have Ham as the head coach. You have Phil Handy, you have Chris Gent, you have Damari Carroll. Like, they need an X's and O's basketball coach on that bench, even if it's an associate head coach. I was really hoping that Ty Lue was the Clippers thing was gonna blow up, and Ty Lue would be let go and he'd be able to come in as the associate head coach and potential replacement. I was really hoping for that. I know Clipper fans hate Ty Lue about as much as a lot of Laker fans hate Darvin Ham, but I think Tyronn Lue is an excellent head coach, and I would love to have him. But again, probably not happening now. But there was a point where I thought that at least maybe it was a possibility. I don't think so now. But again, my biggest fear is they move on from Darvin to bring in Doc, and that terrifies me. Hey, Dwight, salute to you. Thank you for pulling up. Appreciate you. I think the Gabe Vincent contract would have been awesome if he had played, but we need to steer clear of the Heat players for now. Yeah, the Heat run their guys into the ground. That's a fact. They run their guys into the ground, and Sometimes they could be, damaged goods after that, But they did try to resign him, which they didn't do with Kendrick Nunn. They did try to keep him, so they didn't think that he was run down. So it's just something that happened. In this situation, although he's out and it's surgery, it is not the same situation as Kendrick Nunn. It's a totally different situation. But the result, I get why people want to do the comparison. But Kendrick Nunn had a bone bruise that they pretty much knew was going to have him out for a year. That type of injury is not uncommon when it's that deep of a bone bruise. To be out that long is not uncommon. The Lakers botched it by giving false hope that he was coming back. Gabe was different. He during the ramp up period, and he actually came back and played, and the swelling just kept happening. So I've told you guys numerous times, like the ramp up period is when you really see how injured a player is if they go backwards on it. So if they go and they ramp up and they just have setback after setback, then you either got to wait months and months and months or have the surgery. And so he elected to have the surgery. That's 6 to 8 weeks. Gabe is not he's not an elderly player. So I'm hoping it's more in the 5 to 6 weeks range is what I'm hoping for. And that's all we can do at this point. Vando needs to play on floor alone without Cam. Is Def the right move? Yeah, I believe so. Leon, your boy. He's not my boy. Again, I'm just objective. Like I said, I hold the coaches and the team and the players, the front. I hold everyone accountable. So it's not fair to just point a finger at Darvin when the roster is not as great as we thought it was. The players need to be held accountable and step up more, but Darvin absolutely carries his share of the blame without a doubt. DeRozan would be a horrible fit, only slightly better than Russ. DeRozan needs to come off if he wants to win off the bench. I have questions about the spacing and things like that. No doubt about it. I do. But they need something. They absolutely need something. I still got faith in Rob to fix, though. He showed us last year he is clutch. Yeah, my mantra all of last year was let Rob work. I'm back on my let Rob work-ish. Let Rob work. Hashtag. Look it up on Twitter. I was all over last season with that. And I'm still with that. Let Rob work. I think that he put this team together. He felt comfortable with it. Sometimes the pieces don't fit. And I do believe that we have the right guy to right the ship. It's just gonna take a little bit of time. That's all. What's funny is 15 to 20 years ago, you didn't see teams trying to do crazy trades every year. We saw this happen more in the 2010s for some reason before you needed to work on chemistry from within. Well, the rules were different. CBA was different. Guys were hoping to not get traded. The player empowerment, it wasn't a league full of player coaches. It's just different league, different era, different rules, different business structure, different economics, different everything. It's almost impossible to compare the two eras. It's just so from on the court and off the court. Almost everything about it is different. If Wenyan was a better shooter, it would have been nice to start next to AD with a high motor, never runs out of gas. He doesn't run out of gas, but he runs out of height, and he runs in that same situation where the Clippers or anyone who had Montrezl Harrell can never play him in the playoffs because he just got played off the court. Not bringing you, a ton of everything, but energy and effort, which I like, but then, all it is a really skilled person on the other end and he just eat him for lunch. So I liked Wenyan, but he had a limit. His contract's so movable, D'Lo. Absolutely. ABZ, thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you, man. I'm looking for them to target O'Neal and Finney Smith. Ice homework. Finney Smith, solid defensive guy. Royce O'Neal. Okay, so yeah, I mean those wouldn't be terrible, but again, those would be lower tier. I don't think the average Laker fan would like that trade, but I get it. But I get it. It's lower tier. Thoughts on KD being frustrated? It doesn't make sense that he wanted Beal. Well, it made sense from the standpoint it's probably the situation they could control. Bradley Beal had a no trade clause where he could dictate where he was going. It would be really hard for the Suns to get anybody else once they had made all those moves and they were kind of going into that second apron. So it made sense from the standpoint that they had minimal moves to make. He was the best of available options and he could force his way there. So I get why they did it. It's not working now. I said at the time, good luck keeping that man healthy. And the roster wasn't going to be very deep and health was going to be an issue. And that's where they are now. Doesn't mean that Beal can't get healthy and they can't go on a run heading into the playoffs. But that is that's a dice game they're playing right now. Right now, the chips are down. You know what I mean? RJ Quick, thanks for pulling up. Appreciate the support. People keep shifting the blame away from Rob Pelinka. Well, yeah. So, I mean, Rob took chances. He made moves and it didn't work. So, yeah, but here's the thing. It's not his turn to fix it yet because he really can't yet. So we're weeks away from that. I believe Rob will do his part to make things right. I hear you and I agree with you. But but his is TBD. We have to wait to see what he counters this with, because I felt he did a great job in the offseason. It just didn't work. You know what I mean? And everyone did. Everyone felt that the moves we did were solid, and we knew we weren't done. We had a 15th roster spot. We had tradable contracts. We had movable pieces. We knew that they had a way out of this if it went wrong. So we're there now. Now it's just about what does he get and when. So we're looking at about at least 3 weeks before things start getting serious. So it's not ready yet to blame Rob unless he just doesn't get this right. But I hear you. He made moves that didn't work out. That happened on his watch. So he does deserve some criticism for that. But I think that he's going to rally and figure his part out. Black Thunder, thank you for pulling up. Appreciate you. Happy holidays, Jeff. I'm just saying, if Bron scored 40 and AD 16, and man, AD would have been tortured. Yeah, that's my point. That's what I was saying. That's what I'm saying. And I agree. But, LeBron has had great games, and he will continue to. But a Christmas Day game against the Celtics, he wasn't at his best. And so you can't escape that. You can't. Yo, you need to blow up. You got great knowledge and stay even kill, bro. Hey, thank you. Hey, thank you. Appreciate you. That's kind of my vibe. You know what I mean? I love talking hoops. I love hoops and music, man, is kind of my thing, man. So like sitting back here talking sports. I don't talk disrespectful to people. I don't care if people disagree with me. I love a good debate. I love a good discussion. I'll never disrespect anyone. I just talk the game of basketball respectfully. And if you have a different opinion than me or someone has a different opinion, I love to talk about it. That's all it is. You know what I mean? But I appreciate the comment, because that's kind of my whole goal, is to kind of approach basketball and sports and conversations in that way. So it makes me happy to see that that's how I'm perceived. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Savage. He's so savage. He called it twice. How you feel about D'Lo and Gabe for Gary, Trent, and Dennis? Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate the support. D'Lo and Gabe for Trent and Dennis. I wouldn't mind that. I just don't know if Toronto loves that. But I wouldn't mind it. D'Lo, 1+1 player option, money to move. Gabe with 2.5 more years left on his deal. I like it for the Lakers. I don't necessarily like it for Toronto. But if I'm not sure Toronto is going to rock with that. I think if they completely go to blow stuff up, they move Siakam, they move OG, they move Trenton, then yeah, then maybe it's like, okay, let's see what we can get. But if it's D'Lo and Gabe for Trent and Dennis, they're going to want to pick there. And I don't know if that's the move the Clippers give up the pick for. Please, no Dennis fans glaze him too much. He can't shoot that well. He's undersized. Also, Ham has a hard on for playing him. Pause. Yeah, I don't think that the Laker Nation gonna lose their mind if Dennis comes back, though. Hey, go James. Salute, brother. Thanks for pulling up, Chris. Appreciate you, bro. Hope you had a good Christmas, my guy. I said, who are some? Most, what's going on, brother? Thank you for pulling up, man. Lakers always need a better coach. There was no coach around to deal with this mess now. The team is mediocre. You can't outcoach mediocre. Players are arrogant players with arrogant leaders. There's a lot to unpack there, but I understand what you're saying. They always need a better coach. Obviously, there is no coach around to deal with this mess now. I agree with that as well. The team is mediocre. Facts. You can't coach mediocre players with arrogant leaders. Okay. I'm taking that as a LeBron shot, probably, right? So I do agree that I don't think there's a coaching fix this season. I also agree that the players need to do better, be held accountable. That is a mess right now, but I do feel that there are trades and buyout things that can happen to improve this team. I do believe that. Absolutely do believe that. Real takes over fake debates. What's going on, my guy, SB? Appreciate you, brother, man. I love your channel, man. I check you out all the time. I think it's the first time I see you in here. So greatly appreciate you taking time out of your day to pull up, man. Appreciate you, brother. For those who haven't, head on over to Real Takes Over Fake Debates, aka SB Talk Sports, man. Good dude over there. I love watching your debates too, bro. I love watching your channel. So, man, super appreciate you pulling up, man. I know tons of channels you can be on and pulling up too, so appreciate you heading over here, man. Real talk. Appreciate you, bro. Giovanni Ramirez, can we win a championship with this team or need to make a trade for that? I don't believe it's currently constructed we can win a championship. I don't. Not to say I can't change my mind or that I don't reserve the right to change my mind. If by the grace of God, D'Lo starts playing better, Vando gets healthy, AD goes on a freaking run. But I think there are still going to be too many things to hold this team back from getting to the ultimate goal. So I think a move would have to be made. So I'm going to say right now that as of currently constructed, I don't believe this team can win a championship. Make this Zach trade happen. We need that pick unprotected. I don't want that trade, SB. I don't. It's not that I don't like Zach LaVine. I don't got no beef with Zach LaVine. I just don't want a guy making that much money as his money stays up, but his usage and his play goes down. I think it would be a nightmare with him in LA. That's just my opinion. I don't hate Zach LaVine. I just don't think he's a fit here for that money. That's just too much money for your third guy, your third option to make that much money, and his usage rate is going to plummet. And the third guy on a Bron team, yeah, LaVine, that would be tough. That would be real tough. Go Lakers, obviously. Absolutely, Giovanni. Appreciate you, man. Salute Goat James. Uh SB, man. Like I said, I haven't seen SB up here before, man. Thank you for pulling him on. That's dope. Jeff, I could see Lakers getting Murray if Hawks want to get rid of him, but they would probably have to take a bad contract back like Clinton or Hunter. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that's the thing. Now you're sitting here with like a $40 million trade with what Murray makes. Capella's like at $22 million a year, and you're taking in $40 million. I'm not even sure if it makes you better. I like Murray, but again, I think the Lakers are going to be outpriced on him. I think teams with more picks and more desirable movable pieces will get him if Atlanta does pull him on the trade market. Now, if this goes into the summer, things change. Lakers have more to offer then. But as of right now, this season, I don't think they're going to get him. I don't. We're shouting each other out here. These trade talks are getting spicy. Yeah, it's the best time of the year, man. Best time of the year, man. People have been talking trades with the Lakers since preseason. Though. You know, I'll go with the purple and gold, man. But it's really getting to that time. Trade season is around us. I'll be here every step of the way, breaking down every single possible move mathematically, CBA, what can happen now, what can happen in the summer, dollars and cents. Because if it don't make dollars and it don't make sense, I'll be here bringing everyone today's mathematics on all that. Because trust me, man, I fancy myself as the real CBA dude around here on these YouTube streets. There's a lot of trades that get floated out there by a lot of people don't really know what they're talking about when it comes to the math. So I want to y'all be in good hands with me over here talking about that. The Lakers got a lot of things they could do. The buyout market is going to be really hefty for the Lakers, not too hefty for a bunch of other people who are above that first apron. So the Lakers and the Thunder are really sitting in prime position to really make an impact on the buyout market because I think it'll be a chunky buyout market this year with not some has-beens, with some names getting paid for what they used to do, but people who can contribute this year. I truly believe that's a really good chance of that happening this year. Kenneth, thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you. The issue was LeBron. He plays no defense. He's jacking three. So what do you want players like D'Lo to do? Same year, same she's. Well, I mean, I hear you. I don't love it. I was saying often that it almost scared me that Bron was shooting so well from three in the beginning of the season because when that percentage started to fall, I was a little worried about the attempts rising to try to correct that percentage, right? So I think LeBron shoots too many threes for my liking. I agree with that. No defense. I think he has moments where he plays defense, but he's 38 years old. You know what I mean? He can't be out there doing what he used to do. But the jacking up of threes, I agree with. And I do agree that the D'Lo situation, I think it's a bad fit for him. I don't think he's as terrible as people are, making him out to be. People are kind of blaming him for everything. And they're not letting him play his natural game or his natural position. So I get why he's struggling. I said that last year. One of my goals going into the season is I hope they find a way to properly utilize D'Lo. And that hasn't happened. So, but I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I hate him jacking threes. He's obviously can't do the defense like he used to in the past. And I do agree that it's hard to expect D'Lo to be not great, but better when he's not in his spots, he's not in his position, and he's not playing to his strengths at all. Like I agree with you. X's and O, good assistants. So like an X and O good assistant is someone who can like be your offensive guy, the guy who can have the strategy, help run the sets, manage your timeouts, all those stuff that the really solid good assistant coach does for you, right? So you can have guys that are like a defensive minded head coach, but have a really, really good offensive like X's and O's guy who can really run your offense for you for the team, right? The Lakers need a guy like that. They don't have one. So that's a real like struggle in the department there for them. This team don't need wing. You need the solid backup center and a point guard off the bench. Caruso with Drummond or Tyson Gafford should be cool. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Those are it. You need a point of attack defender or a point of attack point guard, one who can stop the point of attack or one who can create a point of attack, and a rebounding big who can block some shots and a potential rim runner. Absolutely. Have a rim runner in Jackson Hayes and he can block some shots, but he's just not big enough, like girth wise. You know what I mean? Like he's not thick enough out there. Like the Joker's just gonna bulldoze him. Kobe would never fans ruin his legacy. It's annoying. Kobe would never fans ruin his legacy. It's annoying. Yeah, I've been saying that. Like the Kobe would never crew. Don't get me wrong. There are some things I'm like, oh yeah, Kobe would never do that. To some extent, I can see it, right? But these guys, some of them just make it like you can't enjoy anything because job not done, job not finished, Mamba mentality, destination journey. Like I think that I love Kobe to death. He's my favorite baller of all time. He's my GOAT. Kobe is everything to me. But some of these Kobe dudes like misrepresent him. You know what I mean? That stuff is cool when it applies to Kobe. It does not apply to us citizens, regular human beings. We don't get to, we don't live that lifestyle. You know what I mean? We don't have that mentality as much as we like to think. We don't have it. We don't have it. We just don't. Like that he was one in a billion. You know what I mean? Like Like that may be not, that may even be unfair calling him 1 in a billion. Like we are not him. We do not have his mentality. We do not have his skill. We do not. I'm perfectly comfortable with saying that. I wish more people were. You know what I mean? But the whole Kobe would never crowd. All I can tell you is you don't speak for Kobe, and you have no idea what Kobe would have wanted to do at this stage of his life, or what he would prove and wouldn't approve at this stage of his life, because we never got to meet a 45-year-old Kobe Bryant. So you're wrong. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. Salute, brother Dante. Let's see. Hey, Raphael Harmon, thanks for pulling up. I appreciate you. It's not the players, fam. It's the coach. They have the worst offense I ever saw. Facts. You can't win a championship on 3-point line. Facts. It's easy to defend, which is why teams get second chance rebounds. Facts. So, no, I mean, I agree with you. And I'm not, and I'm not removing blame from the coach. I'm not. And I want to be clear on that for people who are coming in the room and missed me talking about it earlier. Ham has his obviously share of blame, but the players need to be held accountable too. Forcing threes, not getting back on defense, not putting in the work, not doing the things you need to do, and just the effort. Just get out there. Look, it's okay if you get outscored, but don't get out hustled. You know what I mean? Get out there and fight for it. Put up a fight. Go after this win. That's my beef with the players, is the way they start games. The way they start games, that is 100% on the players, energy-wise. We're just a few weeks away. Absolutely. Absolutely. AD and Lagoat gotta go. They have long reach their expiration date. Y'all fooled with the bubble ring and the season chip. Okay, come on, Kenneth. So, first of all, AD is slaying the entire league right now. So, I don't know who wouldn't want AD. LeBron is 38 years old. And the bubble ring, shout out to Bam Adebayo, who just said that was one of the hardest rings he's ever seen. Shout out to all the players who say that. Shout out to the media people who actually speak on it. I find it funny that it's always the people who come from places who do no winning always have something to say about teams that win. It's just crazy to me. So the bubble ring was a big deal. If you disagree, I respect your opinion, but it was a big deal. Multiple people who are much more credible than us, myself included, have spoken on that. But like I said, it counts where it matters most, which is the record books. Nor you, Kenneth, nor I can overrule that. The 2020 NBA championship is in the books, just like every single championship that Michael Jordan won is. It's in there. Just like every single one that Kobe Bryant won is in there. Just like every single one that the Boston Celtics won is in there. Just like every single one that the Los Angeles Clippers will never win and will never be in there. That's law, not you, not me. And it's cool to have these little takes and bash a team who won a championship. But it's kind of foolish to bash the team that actually won something that your team competed into. They will say, well, they won the tournament, but they didn't play. But nobody. Well, they got to the conference finals when they added to the team. They're struggling like they started last year. So, coach, no, I hear you. Again, I'm not taking anything. I'm not removing blame from Darvin. I'm not. If we lose the Pistons, I don't know. I feel he might laugh and cry. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's the one I could say. Like they may boot him if they lose to the Pistons. That would get ugly. 100 likes. If Jeff gets 100 likes, YouTube will push his channel. Like, share, and subscribe. Hey, thank you, Art. Where we at? We're at 66, I believe. So it's gonna be tough to get to 100. But if you're in the room already and you haven't done so already, please drop a like on the video, man. 73 likes now. Drop a like on the video. If you haven't done so already, please hit this channel with a subscription, man. 769 subs on the channel right now. The next goal is 1,000. This is the first time we got to 100 views in a live stream, so that's a big deal for me. So appreciate you guys. Appreciate everybody, man. But yeah, let's get it to 100 likes, man. That'll be a great help. Never got 100 views while the live is going, and I've never had 100 likes, so that would be incredible. So appreciate you guys. Like I said, there's a place for everybody. You don't have to agree with me. I'm perfectly fine with people disagreeing with me. I don't disrespect no one on this channel. If you're new, I'm here to talk ball. All I ask is you don't disrespect me or anyone else in the chat. We could talk basketball all day long. I don't expect everyone to have the same opinion. That's okay, but we're just here to talk ball, man. So I appreciate your Art, man. If you haven't done so already, please drop a like on the video, man. Hey, appreciate you, Go. Appreciate you, man. The offense is too slow and too simple. Get Mark Jackson. We're going back to the conference finals. Oh, man, not Mark Jackson. I'm going to leave that one alone. Not Mark Jackson. Definitely not Mark Jackson. I think Mark Jackson as a coach in 10 years, I think people don't remember how he really was as a coach. Hopefully you had a great Christmas, Jeff. New Year's is next. Go like I had a great Christmas. Hope you did too. I hope everyone in here did. I had a great Christmas. Got to spend it with my family. My family is still here. So I'm loving it. That's why I wasn't able to do any shows since Friday. But yeah, I had a tremendous Christmas, man. Anytime I get to spend time with my family, that's what it is, man. Denver broke the defense, wins championships with elite half court offense. Yeah, and they also got up to 11th in overall defense last season, Sunday. So they were technically top third in defense, which in today's NBA is considered really good. So, but yeah, that half court offense, they were just brutal, man, absolutely brutal. Why do you think? Who do you think is going to get bought out? I don't know yet because I think there's some guys that'll get bought out that are part of a big trade. Guys that got like 1 or 2 years left on their deal, and it's going to a younger team that has no use for them. Maybe a guy like, I don't know, like a Tobias Harris. Maybe he gets moved. I think Philly's going to take a long, hard look at someone like Jeremy Grant. You probably would have to move Harris to make that happen. Portland probably would have no use for him. So I think what I'm saying is I think there's some really, I'm just using that as an example. I'm just saying, I think there's some big name guys, not superstar level guys, but big name guys that like a Tobias Harris, who's a former All-Star and a current really good player, guys like in that tier that can get bought out, and the Lakers will have a strong chance to get these guys. Hey, James, thanks for pulling up, man. What's good with you? Thanks for pulling up. I appreciate the support. Maui said, what the Lakers need is a backup big to back up AD. Hayes is terrible, but Ham likes him. While Wood found himself stuck in Ham's doghouse and is drawing DNPCDs. Absolutely. Yeah. Christian Wood kind of just had his shot a couple times and just kind of just butchered it. And he'll get his shot again. He's just kind of going through the motions now. I think he'll get another chance, and I think he has a chance to still play well. But that game in Houston where AD was out and he went out there and didn't score a point. I think he went 0 for 1. It's just he's had games where it's just when they've needed him and gave him opportunities and he didn't step up. So I think at that point is when Christian Wood started to lose a little bit of trust, but I think he's gonna have chances to get it back. Everyone, please like and subscribe. Jeff grinding out here in these streets. Hey, man, thank you, Kurt. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like I said, let's try to get this, man. 70. Let me see. Let me get this refresh here. Where we at with the likes over here? We had 81 likes, man. It'd be incredible if we can get to 100 likes. Come on, let's get us to 100 likes. We got to 100 people in here during the live stream. Like I said, never happened before. Let's make it 100 likes today, man. We sitting at 81 with 769 subscribers. Appreciate y'all, man. Shan says, thoughts on Smush Parker's comments on Kobe never talking to him. Funny enough, Tim Duncan did the same thing to Tony Parker as a rookie too. Yeah, that's old news, man. That's old news. That story kind of makes its rounds every 5 years or so. Smush Parker kind of crawls out of the ground every few years or so. Smush Parker has been telling this story since like 2008, 2009. This is nothing new. Picked up on the internet recently. It'll disappear and it'll pop up 5 more years from now. If you look at it, he gave this same interview at a Rucker Park, sitting on a bench years back. Then he tried to like glorify Kobe and said he wished he would have made things work after he passed. That didn't bring him anything. So he's back to this. This is old hat for Smush Parker. This is nothing new, but a lot of people hadn't heard the first couple of times he's tried this. But your boy Jeff got you. Go and look it up. This is like the third version of this, right? That he's put out, that he's re-released, just repackaged the mixtape and put it back out. Then he tried to sneak in like a little Kobe tribute in the middle of it. That didn't take off because the people knew that he did this 2 times before, wasn't buying it. He was just out there trying to clout chase, and now he's doing it again. So Smush, you just get out of here, Smush. Just get out of here, Smush. But this is old hat. This is old news. Recycled headlines. Good try though. Good try. And you got some people's attention for a couple of days, but a couple of weeks from now, they won't even remember you again. So shout out to you, Smush, for getting some limelight again. Shout out to you, but it ain't long lived. Every time you watch practice video, Vando hits threes. I don't know why he doesn't translate the games. I think the offense makes it hard for people to score. Well, that and crowds and the bright lights are playing for the Lakers and actual in-game defense. And always be wary of empty gym photos and videos. Always be wary of that because it does not translate to what actually happens in an NBA basketball game. The Ham rotations are trash. Yeah, Devin, he's getting no love on the rotations from me either. I definitely know where you're coming from on that. His rotations don't really have a strategy to it. I can't even say it's going off a gut feeling because it doesn't match what's happening in the game. I can't explain it either. Most the Bubba ring was. Come on, Most. Come on, Most. Don't do that. Don't be that guy. They won it. All right, they won it. Point blank period. They won something that multiple other teams were playing for. They all had the same situation to play for. Those teams, such as the Lakers and that like who played and took the regular season serious, had home court advantage. They lost their home court advantage. They're the ones that got screwed and still won it. So that's cool. That's cool that you did that. Laker haters out here showing their ink. That's cool. But at the end of the day, you guys can't stop the fact that they won a chip and it's in the record books. There's nothing you can do about it. Nothing. Just like the teams that played them that year could do nothing about it either. They beat them. We should have hired Jay Kidd over Frank Vogel. Well, no team at that point, Devon was hiring Jason Kidd. He had a lot of baggage. They brought him in to try to help clean up his name, rebrand him, like the Lakers have done with several players. It worked for him. But I'll tell you this, same thing I said about Ty Lue. Go ask my guys, King and Rel over there. We Talk Mavs. Shout out to them, man. Those are my guys over there. Go and check out Mavs communities and Mavs people. They cannot stand Jason Kidd. They can't stand him. They're begging. They're begging that he gets let go. So again, every fan base seems to just dislike their coach in today's era because the era of the great head coach is gone. Those guys are no longer here. All the great head coaches of the game are pretty much the older coaches that are going to be phased out over time. And the old style coaches, they're all the new coaches now are all player development guys, and they're all friends of the players. That era of coach is pretty much gone. Like, I don't know when it's going to come back, if it ever will. Hey, Brian, thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you, man. Lakers' biggest issue was no defense at point guard from D'Lo or Austin. That's a fact. I'm rocking with you on that one, 100%. If another team wanted a bubble, they'd get more love. Absolutely. Absolutely. Man, if the Boston Celtics are still milking a 2008 NBA championship 15 years later, like, come on now. Any other team that won the bubble or won the in-season tournament, but I get it. You guys are sick of seeing like a franchise that wins every decade. I get it. You guys are sick of seeing the most relevant franchise over the last 50 years. I get it. I completely understand. Look at this graph for the last 50 years, ladies and gentlemen. I get it. That's towering over the rest of you. And 2020 included in that 50 years. So go ahead and take away 2020. We still dropping on you guys. We still teabagging y'all. You can't see us. You cannot see us. This is 50 years. Your mommies, your daddies, your granddaddies, all of them have watched us win. Now it's your turn. Let it go. Let it go. Let's see here. King David, thank you for pulling up. Appreciate you, bro. Salute, Jeff. New sub from Kareem's channel. Ham deserves some criticism, but couldn't. Lakers dictated hiring assistants like Vogel, Brown, Luke. Hey, King David, thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you, man. Shout out to my brother Reem, man. Kareem, I was catching him on 139, the Beat 139 tonight, man. Appreciate you coming over for Kareem's channel. I've been over there multiple times. Like, I started over there, man, between Kareem's channel, Lakers in 5 channel, Angry Laker Fan, Big Baby, all that, man. Shout out to all those Lakers Fast Break, everyone that had me on their shows when I was beginning my come up. You know what I mean? So appreciate y'all, man. And shout out to you, King David. I love Kareem's show, man. I wish you had more time to go on all these other shows. But when you're trying to build your own channel out, it makes less time for you to go on other platforms. So appreciate you coming over here. Ham deserves some criticism, but couldn't Lakers dictated hiring of assistants like Vogel, Brown, and Luke? Yeah. No, I get you. Ham deserves the blame. He deserves his share of the blame. My thing has always been we have to hold the players accountable too. That's always been my stance. If the Clippers and Celtics made the finals, who would the Lakers fan root for? We hope for them all to faint and then not be able to finish the game. That's what would happen. They can't take it from us. No, they can't. They want to. They want to so bad, but they can't. They can't. Like, you guys got to understand, nothing you say has any credibility behind it because everything you say comes from a place of hate. So you have no leg to stand on. Hey, Big Baby, what's going on, brother? Thanks. I was just talking about you. Thanks for pulling up. I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, man. If Pistons win a game, I can see them doing some Swaggy P. Jordan Hill-ish. That was one of the best clips ever, especially when they showed that to Kobe on that late night show, man. That was so epic, man. So epic. My 1-year anniversary of being sober is Friday. Hey, there you go, Big Baby. Shout out to you, Big Baby, man. I'm proud of you. I remember when that started, man. Shout out to you, man. You're going to do it. And this, a year from now, we'll be talking about 2 years, man. So shout out to Big Baby, man. If you guys haven't already, head on over and go subscribe to Big Baby Sports, man. Appreciate you, bro. Y'all get this man to 1K subs by Sunday night, 11:59. Let's get it. Hey, man, that'd be incredible. Probably a little bit more than possible, but that would be incredible, man. But thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. Where we have, I'll settle for 100 likes today. I'll settle for that. We're at 84. Come on, y'all. If you haven't liked the video, man, 92 of you in the building, 84 likes so far. Come on, man. This is the busiest live stream we've ever had before. I've got as high as 115 viewers at once. That's the most I've ever got during the live stream. Shout out to you guys. Let's get these likes up, man. And it would be an honor to hit 100 likes the same day I got to 100 views. Jeff, not gonna lie, I'll disrespect the Clipper fan, respectfully. You know, the funny thing is, actual real Clipper fans, people that have been down with the Clippers for a long time, they're actually cool people. They're actually pretty smart people. Like, it's just these like new wave of Clipper fans who only chose the Clippers, like chose rocking with the Clippers because they felt like Kawhi was Bron's kryptonite and they were going to win all these chips. And so they just picked the wrong guy on the wrong team. And a lot of these guys aren't real Clipper fans. They're really not. Majority of Clipper fans are decent people. You know what I mean? They really are. It's just these guys who seek refuge in Clipper colors because they hate the Lakers and hate Bron. They're not real Clipper fans, bro. They're really not. Lakers are all about the chip. You say LeBron is old, but he needs to sit down. And NBA is a young man's sport. Why can't LeBron play down low with AD? He flexes on the little guards with duck the bigs. No, I hear you. Like, I hear you have valid points. I'm just saying, man, LeBron is still a cash cow out here. The Lakers are gonna ride that as long as they can. He still can play at a high level. He just he picks and chooses when it's time for him to bully. Like, if you remember, like the closeout game in the in-season tournament, when I knew that Indy was in trouble was when Braun went to the post on the first play, got the seal, got the and one, and that's when the Lakers were at their best. He looked like better than bubble LeBron in that game. And when he's playing with that type of energy and that type of force, the Lakers are a different team. We just get that few and far between, man. Few and far between for that. Hey, Bloodhound, thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you, man. Great channel. I hear this is the place to be for Warriors and San Francisco Giants talk. No, man. Let me ask you something about Warriors fans. When did Warriors fans become so arrogant, man? They weren't this bad when they were winning. They really weren't. They weren't this bad when they were winning. I felt like they just fell apart in 2022. Like the years that they were losing, they were like, hey, we were hurt. That's why we lost. When they won in 2022 and they lost last year, they won in 22, and then when we beat them in 2023, I feel like they felt that was the first time they ever lost. Like, they've just been, because they were nowhere near as problematic when they were winning. Like, they were not that bad. They're on a whole different level right now, man. I don't think Bron would be jacking up so many threes if D'Lo and AR would run some offense. They both give Bron the ball as soon as it's inbounded. Yeah, Black Thunder, I agree. Dan's inspiration. Hey, thanks for pulling up, man. Honk the horn for Yamamoto today. Exactly. Yamamoto finally in the building, officially signed, man. If all y'all haven't already, man, I cover baseball as well on the channel. Go and check out my previous 2 videos prior to this one, kind of talking about what I thought was going to happen with Yamamoto and then what happened with Yamamoto, man. I was pretty spot on. So go on and check out my last 2 videos if you're a baseball and a Dodger fan. We greatly appreciate you guys, man. Hell no, Bloodhound. Lakers all day. It's Lakers all day. How was your Christmas, bro? Traveling back from Philly. My Christmas was great, man. Fantastic. Wonderful. Got no complaints. Got to spend time with my family. The family is still here now through next week. So super excited to have done that. So my Christmas was great. Hope yours was great, and safe traveling back from Philly, James, man. Thank you. Appreciate you. Empire. I'd rather trade for Murray than Levine. Murray is the type of combo guard we need. Hey, hit stick stepper. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, I would much rather Murray than Levine. I just think Murray is less attainable. I think he'll have more of a market than Levine. I don't want Levine as a Laker. Again, no shade to Levine. I don't dislike Levine. I just don't like his contract. That's non-personal, homie. I like Levine, but don't like him as a third option with that type of money. It's just my preference. I can be a 40% shooter in an empty gym with nets and a rebounder. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Empty gym videos, you always got to be wary of because guys look incredible out there, man. I've seen Shaq draining threes in an empty gym, man. You got to be careful with those. 89 likes, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. We actually have a chance to get to 100. I didn't think we did when we were in the 60s. So 89 likes on the video. We currently have 99 people in the building. If you have not done so already, please hit the video with a like. Appreciate you guys, man. Bloodhound said Jason Kidd would have made the players run laps on Christmas. Yeah, the players don't like Jason Kidd, man. It's really weird. It's just, but I'm telling you, the people that cover the Mavs, they can't stand him either. So Jason Kidd doesn't have a lot of fans in this industry for some reason. Bring back Messina. I think he's back overseas, man. I remember him, man. He was a big deal overseas when we got him. But yeah, Messina, man. That's crazy. I haven't heard that name in a long time. It's logical to expect AD to take the keys from Braun. He came to LA, so he wouldn't need to be the guy. So why would he want to be that guy? Excuse me. Why would he want to be the? I think this team would be at its best if AD was truly our best player. I just don't know if AD has an in him to be the best player. You know, the motor. His numbers are looking great this year. You know, like I said, he's second in minutes played in the NBA. He's having an NBA MVP type season numbers wise, but the Lakers aren't winning enough games. I think if they turn it around, that his name is going to ring out a lot louder. King David, what up, bro? It's been a minute. There you go. Shout out to people in the building. There you go. AD is having a resurgence year, but he's been disappointing since the 2020. Know what you'll get, especially playoff time. He worries me. Just look last year's playoffs. Well, last year's playoff was tough because that you got to understand he was probably playing at the highest defensive level we've ever seen maybe in our lifetime. Like that was an incredible defensive performance. It was really hard to try to counter that with any type of offensive performance using all that energy on defense. But I get what you mean. The guys want him to be, the best player in the world on offense and defense, and that's really hard to do. Oh, you're welcome, big baby. You're welcome. Jeff, I'm sorry, but I am ready for Braun to go. I understand he brings a ton of cash and popularity, but he's already exhausted all of our resources and draft capital for like 5 to 10 years. Well, let's rebuild. I hear you, but you would kind of just be hurting yourself more, giving all up on that and then giving up on it, right? You get giving up all of it to get where you're at, and then giving up on the moves you made to get there, right? So, I still think. I think the Lakers don't need a major move to be a contender. The league is wide open this year. Celtics are playing great right now, but I'm not scared of that team, and I don't think anyone should be. So I'm not scared of any team. That's no shade towards the Celtics. I'm not scared of any team. The Lakers are a move away from being right back in the contender category. I don't believe they are right now, but I believe they're a move away, and I believe that move will happen. I feel like the players gave up on Darvin Ham, in my opinion. Well, that's what we're going to find out, because these leaks that came out, the stuff in the media, the stuff that's happening, if they come out and lay an egg tomorrow, then maybe that's true. But if they come out and they kill that team tomorrow, we got to wait to see. I don't know where they are yet as far as giving up on them or not. I wonder why we didn't do a reunion with Mike Brown, Laker reunion and Braun reunion. Yeah. Maybe he didn't have an interest in coming here. Maybe that was the case. Maybe he realized the lights were too big the first time. He, a man that understands kind of what he can bring to a team and understand his means. And maybe he felt that he would be best served as coaching somewhere in Sacramento. Maybe having coached in LA before and been through that, maybe he wasn't interested. That's very possible. I met a lot of nice Clipper fans. You're right, Jeff. Yeah, I'm telling you, like legit Clipper fans, like they're cool people. These other dudes. Oh man, these fanboys. Oh man. Man. Greg said, who would not give up on Ham when he can't even match players, really? Those two small lineups are horrible. Yeah, no, I hear you. His rotations are questionable at best, man. Yeah, Billy Crystal and the late Penny Marshall, the only real ones I knew of. Yeah, I mean, but I'm talking about like I've actually I'm going to a lot of basketball games in my day. Like I used to go, I'll go to a Clipper game to go, watch other NBA stars play, because like the Laker games are just so crazy expensive. So I've gone to watch like KD, Giannis, Braun when he was with the Cavs in Cleveland. I've gone and seen like a lot of players, opposing teams play, and at Clipper games. So I've got a chance to meet a lot of Clipper fans and people that have been season ticket holders for a long time. And there's a lot of real cool Clipper fans. It's like I said, it's just these other dudes, these fanboys are just totally different. Totally different. Jalen Royal, thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you. Lakers need to start Reeves, Prince, Wood, Braun, and AD. So you're saying Reeves, Prince, Wood, LeBron, and AD. We may see that at some point. We might. That lineup was not terrible at the gate during the season. There just wasn't enough usage of it to prove that to be statistically valid. But they may be something that we see. Speaking of seeing, guys, we're at 90 likes now, 10 away from 100. Come on, man. Help your boy out. 90 people in the building at 90 likes. If you have not liked the video already, please drop a like on the video. Micah said, everything all right? Sorry. My bad. Private conversation there in public. My fault. Warriors fans know their dynasty is over. Oh, it's over. It's been over. The Lakers put them to sleep. Night. Dante's the Clipper, Denzel's Clipper fans too, but I figured that was him doing horrible things to prep for trade. Oh man, facts. In your opinion, which players would have been a worse fit next to Braun and AD other than Russ? I'd say Brick Simmons, John Wall, maybe Randall. Yeah, those are all valid. Those would all be horrible. And believe it or not, I think Levine would be a horrible fit. I really do. Probably let's see. Trying to think of something you didn't say, but you pretty much nailed all of them. I'm curious to see what I know a lot of people are talking about DeRozan. I question that fit from a standpoint of a spacing perspective. I legitimately do question that fit. But as far as, man, you might have named them all there. I'm trying to think. Maybe even like a Jimmy Butler wouldn't be great because he's not a great shooter, and he takes up space. But Babby, you pretty much nailed all of them, man. Worries losing their ish. Dre, Morgan, Clay, Whitey. Yeah, man, it's a mess up there right now. You love to see it, though. Yamamoto and Otani is the baseball of Jordan and Kobe on the same team. Otani Yamamoto. Yes, cannot wait for the Dodgers season, man. Cannot wait, man. West Side, what's going on, man? Darvin's camp. What's going on, brother? Thanks for pulling up. I appreciate the support. If you guys haven't already, like I said, please drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Let me see here. Truth Seeker, appreciate you pulling up. Any team would want Reeves. Would you let him go for All-Star Murray? I agree. I've been saying that all season. If the Lakers made Austin Reeves available, every team in the league would want him. I don't care what anyone says. Every coach would want to coach him. Every team would want him. He is a very good basketball player on a very good contract. Teams would line up to get him. Having said that, move him for Murray. Man, I'm torn on that. I'm torn because while I understand that Murray is the better player, I also think that Austin Reeves has a chance to be a very, very top tier role player throughout his career. Austin Reeves is going to win championships in this league. I don't know if it's going to be with the Lakers. I don't know if they eventually move him or when he's somewhere else, but like 4 or 5 years from now, I'm telling you, like the San Antonio Spurs team with Wemby being what he's likely to become, a guy like Austin Reeves playing with Wemby, like, you know what I mean? Like whoever the next young star, whatever the Lakers may get, that's when you're really going to see his overall value out there. So Reeves, I think, has a bright future in the league. I think he has a long career. I'm not saying he's ever going to be a star. Never even saying he's ever going to be an all-star. What I'm saying is I think Austin Reeves has a chance, a legitimate chance, more likely than not, to be a very, very good long-term role player. And those guys are harder to find sometimes than stars. Not even going to lie. So would I trade him for Murray? You'd have to consider it. But even if Austin is in the deal, I don't think it's enough to get Murray because the Lakers only have one draft pick to offer. I think Hodge and Castleton need playing time. Castleton, I don't believe is ready. I think he's too light. Hodge, I don't hate. But Castleton, I don't think he's an NBA player yet. I just don't, Gemini. Purple and Gold, what's good? Hey, Jeff, what's up? I think the Murray is just a decoy. I believe Rob is bringing something that we're not talking about. Yeah, and like I said, don't get it twisted. It's no secret that all of a sudden it's all these clutch guys that are publicly leaked to being linked to the Lakers. Like, don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. You know what I mean? Don't fall for it. I'm looking forward to the next trade target. We hype up to the new version of Ramon Sessions. That was bad. He played solid, man. He played really well and then disappeared, and Kobe hated him after that. But yeah, he was solid when we picked him up. But yeah, guys went ballistic for that guy. They were covering him getting to the arena like it was all. He was a good player, but yeah, he just could not. He disappeared, man. Definitely disappeared. It's safe to say LeBron going to retire with 4 rings. I don't know. I don't know. My bad. No, you're good. Please, yes, continue to get her down. My bad, man. Damn, I gotta start reading these before I'm doing my Ron Burgundy up here, man. Terrence Mann is a poor man's Caruso. Clippers are stupid treating him like untouchable. He breaking it up this year. Terrence Mann is a really good player, but I don't think he's to the point where you notice they didn't extend him. So I don't know what's going on there, but he's a good player. I don't think he's what they're like holding on to him for, but yeah, he's a really good player. I think again, a guy who has a chance to be a really good long-term role player, but he's not anywhere near untouchable to me. 92 likes in the building, y'all. Come on, let's get to 100, y'all. Let's get to 100. Clipper games were the gateway to see top tier players from other teams over the years. Yeah, no, absolutely. Probably like going to Nets games, and when you on the East Coast too. So absolutely, I've been to a lot of Clipper games, man. Obviously not rooting for them, not cheering for them, but I get in there, got great seats, got to see action up close, and believe it or not, a lot of the media people that I've been blessed to come across in my day and build relationships with, I've hung out with a lot of them at Clipper games. Built relationships while being at Clipper games. So definitely appreciative of it, to be honest with you. And inspiration. Why isn't McClung in the NBA? He's killing the G League. He's just not an NBA player. He's a great athlete, slam dunk contest guy, but he's not a guy that's going to get a lot of run in the NBA. He's just not. Every Clipper fan I've met has been jerks. First thing they do when I say I'm a Laker fan is attack the Lakers. Yeah, but I'm telling you, those guys are like the fanboy guys who just jumped on recently with the Clippers. Those aren't like lifelong or long-term Clipper fans. Like more than likely promise you that. Jeff, that lineup is good offense, decent defense. Yeah, no, it is. And I think we'll get to it. It's just like I said, Christian Wood has got some soul searching to do, man. He's got to get himself right. Jeff, do you think it's better to start Wood over Rui so teams can't pick the paint? I wouldn't mind seeing that eventually. I was against starting Christian Wood at the start of the season because I felt that maybe it would make AD less aggressive, and I wanted to have a deeper bench. But at this point, I'm open to anything. So maybe put those two together with Reeves in the starting lineup. I'd probably be for that. The league is open, you say. Denver is waiting for them to run it back. Y'all was talking about y'all going to be the team that got swept twice by the same team in the playoffs. I'm sure y'all will hang a banner. Nah, I mean, we'll see, right? I mean, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I can't predict the future. Lakers definitely ran out of gas last year. But yeah, I mean, if you got a problem if you got a problem with teams hanging banners that win things, then, I hope your team is beating them then. I hope you're a Denver fan, because if you're rocking for Denver and you're not a fan, I'm not really sure who your team is, but it sounds like you've dealt a lot of losing in your days. I can hear you typing, you know what I mean? Because Rui can't guard three. Rui can't guard a three. That's a fact. Wood more agility than Rui can guard threes better. He can move his feet better. He can fill more ground. He can cover more territory. And especially when we're playing guys like KD, when they were hitting him with those two bigs, and he couldn't even see over the top, and he was causing turnovers. Christian Wood has had really good games against Phoenix. So we're might to be the point where we have to see it. We might be getting to that point. King David. Okay, there we go. Sorry, caught that one. Facts. Caught that one. I think he should be starting. The man was averaging 16 points a game. Yamatani. Yamatani, that's the thing. I think was Jimmy Butler would fit nicely because he too high Q. I think he'd fit anywhere. I got that it factor. Yeah, but again, there's only so much room in the paint, and he can't shoot the three. So again, he's good at where he's at when he's the guy when he eats first. But putting him in a paint with Braun and AD, I don't even think he would fit. Jeff, I really think the Lakers need to start Wood. He gives you offense and defense. Like I said, the way he started the season was great. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. They got to give him a chance, and they might, and then that might be coming up sooner rather than later. Jimmy and Bam and AD and Braun are similar duos. Bam needs to start shooting more, bro. What's there to lose if he takes 2 or 3 threes a game? Yeah, he just lives in that area where he's at, right? He just does what he does. Stays within his means, I guess. But in today's game, it'll benefit you if you're at least a threat to shoot it, right? Reeves on OKC will be a championship team. They're missing someone like Reeves. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Get Reeves on one of those young and up-and-coming teams. I'm telling you, he's going to have a long career. Long career. And Wood is a better shooter. Yeah, Wood can shoot for sure. Let me skip that one here. Brandon Burney, what's up, my guy? Brandon Burney, what's up? Castleton over Hayes all day. Nah, Castleton is not ready to play in the NBA, man. But I get what you mean. I know you don't like Jackson Hayes, my guy Brandon. I know that. But I promise you, Castleton is not ready to play in the NBA. He's not. Empire, who do you think is going to much better job between Monty Williams or Darvin? Man. I was never really that high on Monty Williams. I was never that guy that felt he was a great coach. Never really ever been high on Darvin Ham. I will say, man, that's a wash. I have no idea. I got one guy has lost like 27, 28 straight games. The other is above 500 but struggling. I'm going to go with Darvin Ham for right now, I guess. But, I mean, it's not saying much. A little bit more height. Lakers need to go big to win. Jeff, don't trip like you said. We're discussing private in public. I got you. Private in public. Woods needs to start and Rui off the bench. I know we're getting a win. Oh, wait. I know we got a win now, but do you think there is a chance where the Lakers wait till the summer to make moves because of the 3 first rounders? Yeah, I mean, I think there's a world where they make a move now and then. But I think they've got to make a move now. Every year that you've got LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and if they're healthy, you've got to do something to put yourself in position to win. You just have to. And it's not to say that you can't like recoup some picks later down the line if you've got guys that are good. Like if you guys turn into something, if Austin Reeves turns into something, and maybe you get a pick back for him, maybe if it hits the fan and you got to completely and blow things up, maybe you move Anthony Davis and get 2 picks like down the line when he's older. Like there's ways for Lakers to get picks back. You know what I mean? There's ways. It just they've got to focus on this team right now. They've got to give the players and a chance to win, and you can worry about the rest later. But the Lakers are in position to do some things down the road too. So I think they're going to be all right. Casson will be a nice role player for the Lakers, maybe in a few years, but he's just not right now, man. He's way too light. He's not gonna be able to do anything against NBA players, in my opinion. In my opinion. And here, what's your post deadline lineup? I don't know because I don't know who they're gonna have post deadline, so we're gonna have to wait to see. Come on, peeps, like and subscribe. Let's get to 100 likes. Help Jeff out. You talk to him, Kurt, man. Tell him where we at. Let's see. Let me refresh this here. So we were sending 94 likes. Come on, y'all. 6 away. We got 87 people in the building currently. 94 likes. First time ever we topped 100 views during the stream. Having over 100 people in the room at the same time. I would like nothing better than to top that off with our first 100 liked video before the end of the stream. So come on, y'all. 94 likes. Let's get us to 100 before we end the stream, man. Come on. Greatly appreciate it for those who have already liked the video and those who will in the future. So appreciate you guys. Got to make sure not hitting these private conversations in public here. Clips defense is nice. The Clips defense was incredible to start the season. Then, the trade, they got roughed up a bit. Now they're figuring it out. Their defense has been incredible. Absolutely. This is why I didn't understand why they did that trade when they did, because they were looking better before the trade. And then they hit their rough patch, and now they're putting it back together. Yeah. So shout out to them. They had lost, a couple in a row, then beat the Hornets the other night. Don't know when Kawhi is coming back. I don't know how serious that injury is. Hopefully he's back soon for them. Don't want to wish injury on nobody, but their defense is top tier when healthy. Absolutely. No doubt. What's your dream post deadline lineup? I know I asked that before. I wouldn't, like, mine is the Caruso and Drummond. Like if we had Caruso and Drummond, that solves really two big problems for us. And then if someone like Buddy Hield becomes available in the buyout market, so you get your defensive player, you get your big, and you get a shooter. That would be like a legitimate come up for me, and it wouldn't cost too much draft capital. So that would be the moves that I would love to see. Hey Jeff, what trade would you do if all our role players are available? Well, again, even if our role players are available, like I wouldn't do Levine. I don't think they'd get Murray. My thing is, I'm telling you, like the Caruso Drummond deal, or something like a Karis LeVert, a Sexton and Olynyk, a combination of things like that. Not home runs, but really good moves that could help the team win. Eddie Wu Wanderlust, thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you, man. What's up, Empire Jeff? Just pulled up. Canned Ham will be the headline if we keep losing. You heard it here first. I say no trading Rui and AR. How do you feel about AD, Vando, Braun, Rui, Reeves starting 5? I don't mind that one because you got scoring in AD, Braun, Rui, and Reeves. You've got defense in Vando and AD. Maybe you're looking at that. Where's the shooting? But they don't really have shooters on this team, really. If Prince is our best shooter, then we probably got a problem. So I don't hate this lineup. It's got versatility. I wouldn't mind it. But as long as Vando's in the starting lineup, because I think he needs to be. My only problem here is Braun and Rui. When I'm looking at this lineup, is Braun the point guard, Reeves the 2. So we got Vando and Rui and Braun in the lineup. Who's guarding the wings and who's guarding the point guards? Because Vando can only guard one of those 2. That would be my only concern with this starting lineup. Jeff, I think D'Lo is going to be gone before January 15th. I don't think so, because it wouldn't make sense to move him prior to January 15th, because you're leaving half the league out as far as who you can trade with. Doesn't make sense for them to do that. So I don't think he's gone until sometime between January 15th and February 8th. Jeff, you think the clutch influence is stronger than doing what's best for the Lakers rather than what's best for the clutch clients? I think they've done a fairly good enough job for what's mutually beneficial to both parties, helping their players, helping the Lakers get guys on lower deals to help maximize that player from the next year. Lakers have benefited from that. Obviously getting Braun, getting AD, and all the guys that they've gotten with the clutch pipeline and influence. So I'm comfortable saying it's mutually beneficial. I feel like it's worked out for both parties for a while now. If Lakers, I'm trying to make a deal with Utah, trade D'Lo for Laurie, Dunn, and Kelly. I don't think they don't have the picks to get Laurie. Laurie Markkinen, I believe, has a strong chance to end up with the Thunder. I've been saying that since the summer. I still think that's where he ends up if he gets moved. They got picks to throw away. Utah's going to be looking for picks. He'd be a perfect fit playing next to Chet and that team. So I think if he does get moves, OKC's top of the line. It's going to be hard for teams to outbid them if they're motivated to get him. You hear about Aaron Gordon get attacked by a dog, got 21 stitches on his face and arms. Hate to hear that. Get better, AG. Yeah, man, that was terrible. That sucks. I didn't hear. I heard about it. I didn't read out. I don't know if it was his dog or someone else's dog. Either way, that's terrible, man. That's terrible. That's scary, man. That's scary. Because he is a big man. You know what I mean? And have a dog cause that much damage to him. That means it took us some time to get that dog off of him. So I don't know all the details. I heard the story, but I hope he does get better. Get well soon. And you don't wish that on nobody, man. Get well soon, AG. Absolutely. Can't be worse than Hayes. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Castleton is not ready, Brandon. Trust me. I want to see Rui start. He plays much better and consistent starting off the bench. He's inconsistent because his touches are inconsistent. Yeah, Rui's just a playoff performer, man. I feel like during the regular season, he's going to have moments where he plays great and moments where he doesn't. I think the term playoff Rui, if he does it again this year, is going to be a legitimate thing. But he can't guard wings or threes very well. He's not a particularly great rebounder. But he's a solid player. But again, I think you're right, though. I think he does play good with starters. If his minutes and touches are up, he is more impactful. But he's been in and out of the lineup a lot due to injury. So he's got to get his body right first. Jeff, I think D'Lo go in January or before January. I don't think he goes anywhere prior to January 15th. Well, got to wait and see, though. Is Hayes and Woods related? They both have butterfingers for no reason. They might be. Yeah, again, bro, it's like some of these guys get to the Lakers and like they can't catch, they can't shoot, they're in a rush. Like, just happen, man. It's bright lights over here, man. The guys get here and forget how to play the game of basketball and forget basic fundamentals. So it's not abnormal. We've seen so many shooters get here that all of a sudden can't shoot. We get people who get here all of a sudden can't catch, can't dribble, can barely walk on the court. Man, speaking of can we get to 100 likes, y'all? 98 likes right now. Come on, y'all. 81 in the building, 98 likes. Let's get to 100. 2 away. Come on, y'all. Help your boy out. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already as well. 772 subscribers. We were at 750 when we started the stream. So 22 subscribers from this stream alone. Appreciate y'all to the max, man. Thank you. Hayes is trash. We need to waive him, get a veteran big that would rebound and defend. Well, keep in mind, the Lakers have all these minimum contracts, and they can move 1 or 2 of them to count towards a trade as far as money goes, and maybe even like a body count to free up a spot for a buyout market. So some of those guys will get moved. You think about like Juan Toscano-Anderson last year, who they signed as a minimum and then ended up moving, right? So those guys, some of those guys might get moved as filler in a package to get a body off the roster. That'll probably get bought out and go somewhere else. So there's a chance that some of those guys do get moved. So, that's a definite possibility. But you're not going to get value for them alone. They make too little money. Y'all don't make me create 6 emails so I can give this man enough likes for the. Nah, man, we're going to do it the organic way, man. It's going to be the real way. We're going to get it to the real way, man. Come on now. We said, damn, there we go. We had 100, man. Appreciate y'all, man. First video where we had over 100 people in the building at the same time. First video where we got 100 likes during the live stream prior to the replay. So, man, shout out to y'all, man. Thank y'all so much. Subscribers up to 773 now, man. What a beautiful night, man. I wasn't even sure I was going to go live tonight, man. This is going to be one of the top streams of the year, man. So, incredible opportunity, man. Thank you guys for, tuning in. Whether you like what I have to say or you maybe doing a little trolling, whatever it is. I appreciate you guys, man. I've only been doing this since August, like I said, and to get the numbers that we're at and the community we've built here is truly special. Just wait till the Dodger coverage gets going some more. I'm telling you, that's going to build out. And I'm telling you, man, your boy got to insight us on some stuff, man. And for those who watched my last 2 videos on the Dodgers, you know what it is. You know what it is. And the people, but I'm telling you, man, it's this channel is going to be an incredible place for the rest of this season of basketball and baseball. So tune in if you're new here. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Appreciate y'all, man. This is an incredible stream tonight. Appreciate you guys. Jeff, when do you think D'Lo gets traded? Anytime between January 15th and February 8th. Brandon says, this is not a Clipper chat. No, it's not. F the Clippers. Brandon does not like the Clippers. Caruso, DeRozan, LeBron, AD, Drummond would be a dream post-deadline lineup. That would be a solid one, a very good one. But again, my fit with DeRozan does have me a little worried though. Lakers' best option to call me up Utah for a trade. They might happen. They got a great relationship as well. I like Olynyk. He's a good addition. Yeah, Olynyk and Colin Sexton would be someone I would look strong at. Colin Sexton can get buckets. Olynyk is a very crafty, plays hard, He's an irritant on defense. He never stops moving on offense. He'd be a really good guy to play with someone like LeBron James. I was waiting for a minute for Jeff to get his channel going too. Hey, thank you. I know, man. Well, Micah, you heard me back when I was on other people's channels, man, and people were pushing me to do my own. I said, I'm gonna do it, but I like being on other people's panels. And then eventually I was like, let me just get going with it, man. But yeah, you were around, man. You were there. You were one of the people that saw me first, heard me first. When I first got going, didn't know where this was gonna go to or how it was gonna be. I didn't know, you know what I mean? I knew I could talk basketball. I got a sense that people would like it because of the way they were reacting to me on the other panels I went on. But I had no illusions that it would get to where it is this early. You know what I mean? Obviously, I'm not at thousands and thousands of subscribers, but the amount of people who make it to 500 and never get to 700, or the people that never make it to 500 at all, like there are so many people out there that have made the effort, put in the time, and just never got there. So the fact that I'm trending in that direction is just extremely humbling, a blessing. Never take it for granted, and it's special, man. We're building something special. I truly believe it. So thank you, Micah. I remember you being around from the get-go, man. Absolutely. So appreciate you. Thank you to everyone who was around for the get-go. And thank you to everyone who just found me today. Like, thank all of you guys, man. Because this channel is just as much yours as it is mine. And this channel would be nothing if not for you guys. 100%. No matter how big it gets, it will never be nothing without you guys. So appreciate you all, man. I'm so happy for Dan getting monetized back, Go Lakers. Absolutely, man. If you haven't been over there, head over to Dan the Lakers fan, man. Hit him with a super thanks. Like I said, you don't have to just do super chats or super stickers. You can do super thanks in the comment section. And it's like a super chat, but for comments. So Dan got his monetization back today after being down for about 3 months. Big Art, too. He got his back recently. Head on over to those brothers to support them, man. Vanu is a liability on offense. It's better would start, the better scoring shooter. That's a narrative, though. Like, people are riding with it. That's one thing I don't like is, something picks up momentum, and people act like defense doesn't matter. People act like he's not a lockdown defender, and like he can't change a game or a series with his defensive prowess. Like Vando can play game-changing and series-changing defense. We can't forget that. I understand that he can be an offensive liability, but his job is to defend. You need guys like that. Dennis Rodman was an offensive liability. Okay. Dennis Rodman was. Think about that. Okay. So at the end of the day, who gives you the best chance to win? And Jared Vanderbilt is a top tier defender in this league. When healthy, he's going to give you a chance to win. Low-key role players going for money over winning makes sense, because who really cares about role players who go rings after the robber? Yeah. So the role players got to get their money, man. It is what it is. Some of them don't have, make $200 million in their career. Some do. You got some overplayed role players, but some don't. And they got to get their money for sure. Players need defined roles, minutes, and a rhythm. I hope Darvin gets better at this. Facts. Everyone needs to know what their job is, know what their role is, know what the proper expectation is, and the proper goals and tools to, reach their expectations. These are all very important from leadership. And Darvin, he's lacking in that for sure. Jeff, what do you think about this Tupac stuff? If you Tupac fan, somebody got arrested for his murder. Well, it's so the guy that got you talking about Keefe D, that's been known. Everyone know who it was. The only reason they went after and got him is because the man's been running his mouth. He's been doing books. He's been doing press runs. He's been basically rubbing it in Las Vegas police's face. Eventually, they got a new sheriff there now. Eventually, they were just gonna snatch him up because he was running his mouth. If he would just stay quiet. Look, the entire world, the streets knew that Orlando Baby Lane Anderson killed Pac the day after it happened. They knew, Suge knew who was in the car. Everyone knew everything that happened, but no one would talk to the police, right? So there's nothing that could be done. They knew this guy had just been snitching on himself for years, and eventually he just rubbed it in. They had to do something about it. So this is not new news. This has been known who did it, and especially if you're out in the LA area, it's been known who did it for a long time, long time. Other stuff that's been coming out in the news about other dudes getting in trouble for stuff, that's been known a long time. It's just finally coming to light, and it is what it is, man. Rest in peace to Pac, man. It was one of the worst days in LA history. Even though he died in Vegas, it affected the city of LA terribly. And, he died in 96. I don't know if justice will ever be served. Like his mom's not here to see it. Like, so at the end of the day, like Keefe D didn't pull the trigger. The guy that pulled the trigger is dead. But he was in the car and he's been running his mouth, and you in the car with someone who killed someone and you leave, man, you accessory after the fact, or you can get roped in it. So Keefe D is, he's a dude that's done a lot of stuff over the years. He's probably got some stuff coming to him, and the rest is up to the city of Vegas and what they do with it from there. But this was all known, man. Tillman from Grizzlies has been terrible for them. You think Lakers can get them for Hayes and a second undrafted underrated defender. Sorry, Tillman played great against the Lakers last year, but see, Tillman's going to play well against teams that don't play with effort. So Tillman, he was really good in the playoffs last year. I wouldn't mind him, but I wouldn't give up a lot of value for him. He's a guy that might get bought out, so you might not even have to trade for him. Damn, Cujo wanted the Nuggets. I almost mauled by a pit bull once. I was moving so frantic he couldn't grip on me. I think my heel hit his mouth while running. Yeah, man. When you get attacked by when you get a dog that's trying to attack you, it's scary, man. I've had some encounters with some really big dogs when I used to walking through the neighborhood going home from school, and there's been some scary moments, man. Some of these dogs can kill you, man. I'm a dog lover. I love dogs, but some people raise their dogs wrong and kind of have them in a certain type of way, and it's dangerous, man. They can cause a lot of damage, man. Can't believe I have to do Search's job tonight. Everybody like and subscribe. We're almost we got there, man. Appreciate you, Kurt. We got there, man. Thank you. Yeah, search for search, man. Search for search. Okay, type that last one before we hit 100, man. Let's get to 200 is not happening tonight. That is not happening tonight, man. That is not happening tonight, man. We're at 104. I can live with that, man. 774 subscribers, 104 likes on the video, man. What a night, man. This is incredible. Man. Hey, salute. Thanks, Ken. Appreciate you, man. I know you and your bashing the Lakers, but I appreciate the support. I remember DT Left saying Russ would impress him if he sacrificed for Harden, and he's doing that now. I think he's doing what the Lakers fan wanted on the Clippers. Yeah, no, I mean, I think Russ has done everything asked of him since he became a Clipper. He just didn't fit with the Lakers. That's all it was. Ironically enough, this Laker team would be perfect for Russ because we needed to move him to get other bodies to fill out the roster and add depth. Russ on this team would be something that we actually would need. You know what I mean? But we didn't need $47 million Russ. $2-3 million Russ would have been perfect for this team, even though he can't shoot. But I'm talking about just pushing the ball, getting out there, playing with effort, playing with energy, his rebounding ability, all that wouldn't be bad on this team. But $47 million Russ, that would have been terrible. You're going to get 800 subs by our next video. 1K subs, you got to give away some Subway. Yeah, 1K subs, I'm going to give some away, man. But I might be able to get to 800 by the next one. I didn't think I'd get to where I'm at in this video. You know what I mean? So maybe. Nah, man, from your mouth to the YouTube God's ears, Micah, man, that would be great. You are doing great, bro. I like your knowledge from Dan's channel. I also like the sub. Hey, thank you, Greg. I love being over there, man. You've probably seen me on Around the League. That's kind of where I got kind of my big break and then started branching out over there. So definitely love it over there. Always love it on Dan's channel. Once I started doing it over here, man, a lot of Dan supporters obviously came over here because they had seen me on Around the League, and a lot of Kareem supporters and Lakers in 5 supporters, Lakers Fast Break supporters. Like a lot of people came over here after they saw me on other platforms. So, I never forget where I come from. Never forget where I got started. Truly is a blessing, man. So I appreciate you for the compliment. Thank you for spending some time over here. Truly appreciate you. If any of Jeff's relatives are listening right now, we appreciate you letting him come on. He really talks for real. God bless you. I was like, yeah, man. Shout out to the family, man. Shout out to the family, man. They've been with me when I've been out of town, having to get back to the hotel, to get set up to do a show while out of town. I've done a few shows out of town. You guys didn't know I was out of town. You know what I mean? I brought my equipment with me. Shout out to them making time during holiday festivals. I had to leave, like my wife's had like a get together, like a friends miss. I had to leave that to go on Dan's channel for the in-season tournament championship game. Stepping away from my own birthday party when Yamamoto agreed to the Dodgers. Like, yeah, for real, man, the sacrifice. So I appreciate that. I appreciate you saying that because, people know I love doing it. They know I really want to build something out of it. And they're very, very supportive of it. My family and friends. So shout out to them. I've had them in here. But like I said, that's why sometimes I don't turn the camera on. Sometimes I'll have my friends in here, man. They'll be sitting here drinking with me while I got a TV on here in the room over here in my back office, my studio here, watching games, talking with you guys on here, and they're just sitting back drinking in the corner over here. So it's like, I find a way to work it all in. So appreciate you, Dante, man. Thank you for that. You will move up quick, bro. Hey, thank you, man. I hope so. I'm gonna keep trying. I can tell you that. Definitely gonna keep trying, man. Gonna have to change your name to Empire Jeff LA. Yeah, you know what? It's funny. I've got something in the works, man. I got something coming soon. I would also like to make the special shout out to Jeff Spiegel for letting him do these chats. He doesn't always let me, man. Sometimes he gets a little worked up over here. But yeah, today he kind of left me alone for most point. He came and looked at me, gave me a little side eye, like, "Oh, we just not gonna play tonight. You just not gonna. I'm just defend for myself today." He kind of gave me that look and then went about his business. So When I tell you that the amount of gifts that this dog got for Christmas is absurd. Like I'm not just talking about for me and my wife. I'm talking about so many people dropped off stuff for this dog. And I'm not talking like $5, $10 gifts either. Like this dude is, I don't know what it is, man. This today, this world is so different, man. It's so different. This dog, I gotta find the picture of my wife too. She put him in front of the tree with all his gifts around him. And bro, I'd never seen anything like this in my life. I don't know what's going on here. It was nuts. Definitely nuts. Gemini, what's going on, man? Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you, man. I'm a New York Football Giants fan as well, man. Shout out to you. Peace, bro. And yeah, Coach Ham has to step it up as a coach. I always say Palinka gave Ham the ingredients. It's time for Ham to cook. Yeah, I think what we thought, Palinka did a great job in doing the grocery shop and get him the ingredients. Those pieces don't seem to be fitting right. I think Palinka will get his part right. We just got to see what Ham does with it, man. But Gemini, thank you for pulling up. I appreciate the support. If you're new to the channel, go and give us a sub, man. We'd appreciate it. But then go New York, go, man. Giants are down and out this season, but I'm still a fan. That's my team. Shout out to you for pulling up, man. Vando is this era of defense. Vando in this era of defense is worth more money than what we gave him. Absolutely. When you look at it, man, Vando was making basically less than mid-level money over the next 5 years. Less than mid-level money. That is a steal. I don't understand the Vando bashing, man. I don't know. People are just repeating the same narratives over and over. And it's sometimes people will grab someone else's opinion and run with it and build on it. It's not necessarily the truth. Vando has not been healthy all year. Vando, when healthy, he changed our season last year. Damn near him by himself. Just getting rid of Russ and getting Vando literally changed our season because oh my God, I'm drawing a blank at the shooter we got. Man, Beasley got here, couldn't do nothing. D'Lo had great games, had bad games. Vando really, really turned our season around when we got him. Absolutely agree. I know y'all won't like this. Here we go. I know y'all won't like this, but who do you think we can get for LeBron? We can keep AD, Rui, Prince, and Vando. Everyone else can go. Well, I mean, who could we get? We could definitely get people, but the Lakers will never, ever, ever trade LeBron James. They won't. One, he makes too much money for them, and two, they would never get another star again to trust them toward later on in their career if they did that. So they would never trade him. They could get a lot for him. I'm talking about not saying like a haul, but I'm saying a lot. Like they would have a lot of interest in him if they decided to move him. But that's not gonna happen. It's not realistic. Dennis Rodman also played in an era where shooting wasn't as vital as it is now. That's the big difference. There were a lot of shooters in that era. It's just they were specialists. I don't think you realize 3-pointers weren't as big back then, but shooting was still big. Go back and watch all those 80s and 90s games and all those pull-up jumpers and all those top-of-the-elbow jumpers and left wing, right wing jumpers. There were a lot of shooters in that era. They just didn't shoot threes as much. But as far as shooters, there were a lot of shooters in that era. Ethan Jones, what's going on? Thanks for pulling up. The way Ham been talking, he better watch himself before he loses the locker room. I'm a Clippers fan, and I can tell you he's a bad coach, dog. Braun and AD just saves him all the time. Yeah, I mean, he's creating attention for him that he might not want. I agree with that. I don't disagree with what he said, but I don't necessarily love his choice of words as far as the way he phrased it because of the way the players are today. But he was right. The ball can't stop, and they can't act clueless out there. He was right about that. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they had shooters back then, though. 1K subs, free Clippers ticket. Facts, right? Facts. Free Clipper tickets. Everyone can get free Clipper tickets, man. You think Ham is a coach at the end of the season? I do. Unless he loses to Detroit, but I do. Coach Ham will be sliced by the end of the year. Maybe by the end of the year, but I don't think he goes anywhere this year. Pelicans are contenders if they have Zion. Sadly, Zion can't get healthy. Yeah, Zion. A lot of the Pelicans will be a lot of things if a lot of things were to happen. This is why they're the Pelicans, because those things can't happen. You know what I mean? They're just not built for it. Their team is too frail and too fragile, and a lot of them can't seem to play well together. Yamamoto got introduced today by the Dodgers. Absolutely, man. Darvin Scam is the name. Here we go. Oh, man, Jeff. Hey, this past Sunday, my wife gave up on the New York Giants. She's a Lions fan now. I'm sick, bro. Oh, no. Lions? Come on, man. Nah, man. Hey, those are my Giants. That's my team. It is what it is. Sucks because we kind of went backwards from last year. Last year was they overachieved. I feel like this year they underachieved. So still grateful for last year. But yeah, this year definitely sucked. Not fun. It was out the gate, too. Not fun. They treat dogs better than humans. My friends had a real party for dogs and dog cake. Tell you, man, you got like the gender reveals now, dog parties, all these things. It's so different, man. It's just so different. I love my dog, man. He deserves everything. He's a good pup. You know what I mean? It's cool. He's very friendly. He's playful. I know why everyone loves him. It's just different. It's just different to see the likes of people. I think it's great because I love dogs. You know what I mean? I came up in an era, a lot of people had their dogs outside, rain, doesn't matter. So I do love the fact that dogs are more loved nowadays and treated better. I love that. It's still adjusting to all the things that dogs are able to do now and where they're more places. Oh, speaking of, come here, come here, come here. Speaking of, he heard me talking about dogs and he pulled up. Come here, come here. He's like, get off this computer already. Get off this computer already. Let's see. D'Lo and Vando coming in last season got us to the conference finals. It was crazy. Yeah, so I'm saying D'Lo. I'm telling you, man, that game against Toronto, man, was so epic that D'Lo had. That was such an epic game, man. Sucks that they're not using him correctly. He's not able to really show his capabilities, man. That's what sucks. Hey, in Ontario, what's going on, my brother Don, the Kingpin, man? Shout out to my brother, my brisket brother here, man. Hey, appreciate you, man. Thank you for the support while you're out there working, man. Shout out to all the truck drivers in the road, man. This country will not move without truck drivers, man. I come from a long list of truck drivers in my family, so I know the sacrifice that it takes, man. I know the time away from your family. Believe me, I know it, brother. I know those long roads, those late nights. Man, I know all about it, man. I know all about it. So, shout out to you, man. Like I said, that is a tough profession and it's a definite sacrifice. So shout out to Don, man. Head on over to Don the Kingpin Talks podcast, man. Support my brisket brother over there, man. Thanks for pulling up, Don, bro. Appreciate you. Hopefully Lakers get a win tomorrow night. Go Lakers. Absolutely. Absolutely. My kindergarten classmate is in UCLA baseball. It's crazy because he committed into UCLA since freshman year of high school, and now he'll be being compared to Otani. Oh, that's dope. That's dope. UCLA got a good program up there when it comes to baseball. So shout out to him, man. That's what's up. If the Lakers know what's good for them, they would trade Braun. But if they also know what's good for them, they won't trade. They're not going to do it. It's bad for the brand. Bad for the brand. They won't do it. Do you think role players were diff back in the day versus now they were all glorified and they knew their role? I think role players are a little bit more skilled now, but I think role players were smarter, more determined, more bought in, and tougher back then. Holiday Ham. What should be the Lakers starting lineup? It seems like the coach don't know who to start and who not to start. Maybe stop playing Hayes. I don't know what the real answer is, man, because I feel like every button they pushed has failed. The only thing they haven't done was gone back to the lineup that got them to the Western Conference Finals last year. Maybe that's the one they should try. Outside of that, everything else they've done has not seemed to work for long stretches. Do you watch NFL? If so, what do you think about the Chiefs? And I'm a loyal Chargers fan. No, I'll be pleased. I'm an LA fan all the way except the Clippers. Chiefs are in trouble. They're not looking great. The league is starting to figure them out a little bit. They're kind of killing themselves at times. I still think, Patrick Mahomes will be a tough out in the playoffs. This offseason, they're going to have to address some things. They need to address the receiver situation. But Patrick Mahomes is still Patrick Mahomes. He's still great. And we got to wait to see what he can figure out. Hey, man, when it rained, my dog would go in the doghouse and tough it out. You right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Today, bro, if I put my dog out in the rain today, this dude, I don't know if he even know how to survive. Like, I don't know if this dude would know how to do anything, like normal dogs. He doesn't know he's a dog. He doesn't know he's a dog. Like, it's the craziest part, man. This dude walks by, like, looks at himself in the mirror, checks out his fit, and goes about his day. Like, he does not know he's a dog, like, at all. I don't think he spent the day understanding that he is a dog. Like, I'm dead serious about this. I have been a New York Giants fan and a Lakers fan my whole life. I want a bad than either. That's what's up, man. Yeah, I'm a New York Giants. So I'm Giants, Lakers, Dodgers, but I also watch the Yankees all of my life. I'm a Dodger fan over the Yankees, but if the Yankees are playing anyone other than the Dodgers, I'm going for them. But for the most part, it's Giants, Lakers, Dodgers. And I'm in LA, so it's kind of similar to the Rams. Similar to the Yankees. I'll root for the Rams as long as I'm not playing the Giants. My cousin drives trucks. So I'll call him Large Marge from the PBR movie. Large Marge, yeah. Tell him Large Marge sent you. That's what's a classic movie, man. Classic. There's been a lot of players being linked to the Lakers as of late, but they're not to be taken seriously, in my opinion. What are your realistic trade targets? Oh, like I said, man, it's convenient that all these clutch guys are being linked publicly to the Lakers. That's just driving up value. That's just driving up demand, driving up leverage for those guys. I don't think most of those guys are legitimate. I think Caruso, I think Drummond, I think Sexton, I think LeVert. I think guys like that are Olynyk. I think those guys are legitimate possible trade targets. We got to wait to see who else shakes loose. If there's another big trade that goes down, and Lakers are positioned to be part of a 3-team deal as well with the contracts they have. They're able to be moved. So we got to wait and see. I don't really know yet because the Lakers keep it pretty close to the vest, and we won't really know until the talks start progressing. I want to see Caruso and Reeves as teammates. Bad. Yeah. The remake of a set of White Girls, White Boys. Yeah, I want to see that too. I get what Ham was saying about Vando and Cam not being able to shoot, but he's one starting both. Got to keep it 100. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I get what he's saying, and I get why I get that he's starting both. But I think it's his way of saying, "Hey, look, I'm putting you guys out there. I'm putting my job on the line. I'm trying to believe in you guys. You guys got to give me more than this." So I understand where he's coming from. Like I said, maybe the wording a little bit different, but I understand the message. We got to get more serious. The real season starts now, man. Yeah, each game that comes up is getting a little bit more serious. I agree with that. That's why you're my brisket, bro. We think alike. Yeah, man. I just I know what it is with this team, man. I understand they got some moves to make. I understand that the Ham situation is problematic. I understand LeBron is getting older. I understand that we can't waste the season of a healthy AD. I understand all this. I believe Pelinka will do his part to fix the roster. I feel he felt he did that in the summer. Pieces aren't working. I believe he will take corrective action. I believe that Darvin Ham will finish the season as the Lakers coach. And I believe that if a trade is made, then maybe that will kind of jumpstart us like it did last year. But gonna have to wait and see. But on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and head out of here, guys. Been rocking here about 2.5 hours tonight. I've been away for a few days, so I wanted to spend some time with you guys tonight, man. Let me go ahead and get this last one here. Jeff, thank you for your content, man. I don't know how you go through all these dang comments, but it provides time to hang out with us. Much love, brother. Yeah, man. It's like I said, it's value. That's why I don't do a lot of panels, because I want to spend time with the chat. All I ask is, like, when I do panels, don't disappear from the channel when I do panels and can't stay on top of the entire chat, because it's too hard to do that when I got a panel going, right? But outside of that, if it's just me rocking, it's me and you guys. You know what I mean? It's me giving my thoughts, bouncing my opinions off of you, hearing you guys out, trying to answer everyone. Even on a night like tonight, man, this is the first time I've ever had 100 people in the room at the same time on my channel. Like, it's never happened before. Never got 100 likes during a live stream. Never had 100 people on the in the room at the same time. Never. So even when doing that, I still got to every comment. So like I said, that's not when it's just me by myself. I'm gonna work tirelessly to get to every comment. And then like I said, all I ask is that when I do have a panel, understand that I won't be able to get to every comment, when it's like that. So salute to y'all, man. Like I said, y'all could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, man. I appreciate that. And we got Chris. AD had played more games than Booker, Durant, and Curry put together. Facts. It's been a good stream. Hey, thank you, Rob. Thank you. You subbed. Hey, Chris, thank you. Appreciate you guys. If you guys are new and you just subbed up today, thank y'all so much, man. Great show, bro. Have a good night. Thank you, Omar. Appreciate you, man. Let's see. Great stream as always, brother. Salute and much love. Hey, thank you, Don Terry. Appreciate you, Mom. Appreciate you, King David. Thank you for subbing up. Good to see you over here after all that time on Kareem, man. Empire Jeff, you're an OG for responding to every comment. Hey, thank you, Eddie. Appreciate you guys. But on that note, I'm going to wrap it up. Like I said, you guys can be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. I appreciate that. We achieved some first time events for the show. First time we had over 100 people in the building. First time we got 100 likes on a video. Great night, man. Great stream. Great all the way around. So appreciate you guys, man. Epic stream, Jeff. Glad to be here for the century like mark. All the best and more to come. Thank you, Kirk. Appreciate you, Sunday. And on that note, like I said, I appreciate you guys. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Lakers get this win tomorrow and get back on our feet tomorrow. So y'all have a good rest of your night. Y'all have a safe Thursday, and I will catch you guys tomorrow when we start up the search campaign and make sure the search is okay, man. Got to make sure search is okay. Same to you, Mike, man. Appreciate you. We got to make sure search is okay, man. We're going to start the search for search, man. Search for search. Y'all have a good one, man. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Be safe.